It's it was a weekend, but work is plenty, so
Yeah, man. I
we
hear that. I
we
hear
have to
that.
do all of that. Yeah.
Absolutely hear that. Yeah, man. Billboard has also been be very active as well. Busy at work. Trying
Yeah.
to enrage the Nigerian populace.
I actually can't. Are we starting with that? Cause
No,
I
no, no. I mean, of
actually,
course we'll get
no,
to
yeah,
it
we'll
because
get to it.
yeah.
Cause I was like, I don't think we're starting there, but yeah.
Velema said,
I
They call my Dulu one hit wonder. That's crazy.
actually, and you know what? I need everybody to calm down because context is so important. But we'll get there,
we
and
will
also
get
there's
there,
nothing wrong. Yeah,
Velema.
we'll get there.
Well, we shall
Yeah,
calm down.
yeah, man. Appreciate everyone,
Yeah.
of course, that's in here. Again, feel free to send a request to join the conversation on the mic. But yeah, man. Appreciate everyone that's on here. Dante, Harvey, I see you guys. I see Junior as well.
Hi,
Um,
Ma. What's
hello,
up?
hello, hello. Welcome, welcome,
I
welcome.
had to switch to this mic. Hello, Bella, Ma.
Hey, you sound
Hello,
okay.
hello.
Okay, I'm here. I'm hearing the growth in the
Nah,
in the sound
it's gonna
texture.
be like terrible. I have like a couple minutes. Then it's gonna go terrible. Then I have to come back again. Don't worry.
Hello.
Is this set up on X on my phone?
All
How was
right.
your own weekend? How was
Bless,
your
man.
14th?
Bless, man. Bless, man. Oh, it was special. It was special, man. It was very good. Appreciate you for
Oh,
asking. Oh,
that's
yeah.
nice.
That was actually true,
Un-
man.
unrelated. On the 14th morning, me and I get issue for my own household. Oh, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh my gosh,
I
y'all are
couldn't believe my
so
eyes.
somehow.
Bruh,
Y'all
Why
are
do you?
14th
so
morning,
somehow.
man. 14th ruined my whole fucking weekend, but it's all good.
Chai. We
I
would
don't know.
love
My own
to.
14th was fire, man. I went and I saw the Gaetan live because they had a concert in Lagos and it was
Okay.
lit. And I
Okay.
had a great time at Battery. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Not to
Oh, I
get to.
saw Ludo live as well and Rene. That was sick. So yeah.
Shout out to them. All right. Beautiful stuff, man. We'd love to get to everyone's relationship dilemmas, but we have quite a bit to get to
Top 10.
this week. So, but real quick, man, shout out to Turntable yet again
Yeah.
showing up with the data in front of us for Nigerian music consumption in the past week. Okay, so yeah, man, we get into it. Streaming, radio, impressions, lots of activities to talk about this week, man. Do we have any predictions for this week? Or do you expect the same old? Ashake Wiz domination, is that what we were expecting? Because that's what it was last week. Is anyone is anyone expecting a change or a shift in that before we get into it? All right, it seems there is not an expectation towards a change here, but we'll see as we round up the data this week. Outside the top 10, there's some activity, man. Don Tolliver is here. Okay, speaking of one-hit wonders in foreign nations, he is not one. You know what I mean? Don Toliver is showing up here again. Don Toliver with second hand with Rema hits a new peak at number 26. All right, on top 100, we have Bad Bunny Benito. Benito is here, man, with DTMF debuting at number 74 on the official top 100, following the artist's Super Bowl halftime performance. All right, Olivia Dean has 2 entries. Crazy. That's crazy, bro. Olivia Dean has 2 entries. We love to see it. She has So Easy to Fall in Love at number 68 and Man I Need at number 75. J. Cole. This is the week of of international activity, man. I love to see it. Shout out to Zotable, man. I don't know if this was intentional, but it looks it looks very
I
poetic
mean, I
coming
mean, if
this
we're
week.
being honest, man, not a lot is going on in our like space
No,
like
but it
right
just, it
now.
just looks very poetic this particular week, especially with the conversation at hand. But yeah, man, it's very cool to see J. Cole. Okay, Bounce Road Blue with Thames and Burner. Wait, no, with Thames and Future actually. Debut at number 85. It's the only entry off of Fall Off essentially. The latest album in the chart. So it's Thames and Future for that record. Bounce Road Blue. All right, all right, all right. Now let's get into the top 10 this week, man. Let's get into the top 10. Without any further ado, At number 10, ladies and gentlemen, we have a song that peaked at number 3. We have Nakupenda, TC with Davido, Shode, Zlatan, Scott Mapuma, and Al Chapo. Okay, holds at number 10 for a third consecutive week. All right. At number 9 this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have our very own. Hold on a second. Trying to confirm this. Yeah, we have Money Constant, DJ Maporisa, DJ Tunes, Wizkid, with Marvel slips from number 7 to number 9 in its 16th week in the top 10 of the official singles chart. Okay, that's pretty dope to see. 16 weeks for Money Constant on the top 10. Moving up to number 8, ladies and gentlemen, we have Young John and Ashake with Vocalistic as well, with Two Factor at number 8 this week. Moving up to number 7, we have a new peak on its second week on the official singles chart. Leka Beats. Leka from London is here with Omale and Udmodu Black with Angels. Lifts to a new peak at number 7 in its second week on the official singles chart. It tallied 1.38 million on-demand streams, making it number 10 on streaming, and 57.3 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 3 on radio. All right. That's this week's number 7. At number 6, we have a debut. Don't Leave Me, or Don't Love Me rather. Don't Love Me by Omale launches at number 6. Actually, I was about to skip my words there, but yeah, number 6 this week is Omale's Don't Love Me, and the song tallied 1.83 million on-demand streams, making it number 6 on streaming, and 43.1 million. In radio reach, making it number 9 on radio. As a result, it becomes Omale's 23rd top 10 entry on the official singles chart, and a third top 10 debut on the chart in the last 4 weeks. All right, that's crazy. Nice to see Omale yet again on the charts at number 6 this week. Moving up to number 5. Number 5, we have Wizkid and Ashake with Alaye. Holds at number 5 this week. It peaked at number 3 so far on the official singles chart. And that brings us to number 4 this week. We have a former number 1. We have Shode and Fola with Paparazzi. Okay. And this song remains at number 4 for another week in its 6th week on the top 100. All right. Moving up to this week's number 3. Okay, staying steady at this peak, we have Sheyi Vibes and Omale with Mahila. Okay, steady at number 3 peak on the official top 100. It tallied 2.196 million on-demand streams, making it number 4 on streaming, and 55.94 million in radio reach, making it number 4 on radio. Interesting activity here for Omale yet again. Third entry in the top 10 so far. And that brings us to this week's number 2. Number 2 this week is Wizkid and Ashake again, but this time around with Turbulence. Okay, holds at its number 2 peak for a third straight week after tallying 2.75 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 41.7 million in radio airplay impressions, and making it number 11 on radio. A real quick rundown of this week's top 10, put together by Turntable Charts, the only aggregate chart system right now in Nigeria for radio and streaming. And at number 10, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nakupenda, TC, Davido, Shode, Zlatan, Scott Mapuma, and Al Chapo. And at number 9, we have Money Constant, DJ Maporisa, DJ Tunes, Wizkid, and Marvel. At number 8, we have Two Factor by Young John featuring Ashake and Vocalistic. At number 7, we have Angels by Leka Beats with Omale and Udmodu Black. At number 6, we have Omale with Don't Love Me. And at number 5, we have Wizkid and Ashake with Alaye. At number 4, ladies and gentlemen, we have former number 1, Paparazzi with Shode and Fola. And at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, Sheyi Vibes and Omale with Mahila. All right, moving up to number 2, as we mentioned, Wizkid and Ashake with Turbulence. And that brings us to this week's number 1 for a 4th week at this position. We have, no surprise here, Ashake and Wizkid with Jogodo. at number 1 this week. All right, the song tallied 4.02 million on-demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 80.9 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 1 on radio. It has spent 4 consecutive weeks at number 1 on the official Nigeria Top 100. As a result, it becomes Wizkid's longest number 1 entry on the official singles chart in Nigeria. That's crazy for Jogodo to be the longest running number 1 for Wiz. But anyway, man, that was it this week's top 10 put together by Turntable Chart. Shout out to Turntable Chart. There's some, I think we have representatives here and present in case you guys have questions or thoughts about this week's numbers. How we feeling? Any thoughts, any impressions so far on this week's activities? Yes, sir.
So
I'm human.
Where is Moz by ZayLevelten?
Again, for context, this week when we're running the turntable charts, it's for data collected from the week prior. Okay, so from Sunday to Monday. Yeah. So I think it ends from Monday to Friday, or rather Sunday to Friday. I'm butchering it, but essentially the week beforehand. And we should check for next week's rating, or at least data to see where Muzz is next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any idea what the science is behind artists deciding to push? Like, they make their pick of what the single is sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that they're not aware in certain cases that that's not the strongest song to go for. And then it ends up creating a scenario where you have, this is no diss to Jogodo. Jogodo is like top 2 on the project. But I feel like we can all, how do you say that thing again? It's a consensus here that Alaye is the jam. Now, Alaye has gotten no push. It's like that. You've seen that meme where someone is drowning and they're raising another baby above the water.
Yeah.
Alaye is drowning there. But somehow it's cracked his way to top 5. And then you have Turbulence in number 3.
Number two.
Number 2, which to me is almost a direct representation of what happens when a song is number 1 on an EP that people are actually kind of enjoying. So that song will get played and will find its way into the charts all the time. It's statistically proven that the number 1 track on the project will always find its way to the charts if people enjoy the project. So it's like, why have they now chosen? Is there science behind people choosing a Jogodo to be the front running song for a project? Case in point again is what's it called? I'm unavailable. As opposed to Feel. Feel was the jam. They let Feel drown and it still came up. Like, there's so many instances of where, like, you know that this song that you're pushing is not the jam of the project. So is there science? Because I'm trying to figure it out myself.
So is your question about a science before the project is released?
Exactly.
For them to have a
like
decision?
where there's an evidence clear jam, and then they obviously don't go for it. Like, they just go for something else.
Oh.
I think you're addressing the concept of subjectivity. So
Fairs.
they pick the single, and then when you do the project, some songs will come up. That's literally what's happening. It's not foreign. It's not
For some weird reason, I think this applies to Unavailable with Feel. That's subjectivity.
Yeah, but that was.
But I don't.
The same thing. It was the single, which.
Yeah, I'm saying that the concept of subjectivity
Of choosing the song, choosing a single.
Yeah, I think it can apply in certain cases. Like, maybe the Unavailable situation would fly, but I'm struggling to see how behind the scenes they heard all the songs on this Feel.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
Did not think that
Alaye
was
would be
the jam.
the jam.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
to be fair, Jogodo is still a jam as well. But yes, I would say in hindsight that Alaye could have been the obvious choice for a single. But then again, there could be some like, I don't know, maybe strategic benefit to even going with the next best thing as opposed to the best thing, for audience to discover the best thing in the record itself, in the EP itself when it comes out. And eventually,
you're speaking to the science that I'm asking about. Like,
and then eventually that record will get its own post marketing attention. Like I think they can, of course, stretch the shelf life of this project with an Alaye focus at some point. So it will make sense. It will make sense forever. Like eventually, yeah. Yeah, Dante, you're gonna say something?
I'll keep my points now. I'll keep my points now. You kind of landed it.
Oh, okay. All right. Any other thoughts? Any other feelings on this week's top 10? Don't Love Me at number 6 debut. How we feel about that? Where's Chivi, man?
Yeah,
was it Chivi or Slickback that called that Omale will have 3 singles?
Both of them.
Yeah, I think they called that Omale will have 3 singles this week. I mean, it was fairly obvious. Yeah, it was a no-brainer. It was fairly obvious.
When you were talking about the top 10, I was just thinking, where's Lost Boy when we need him?
Yeah, man. Now, it was clear that Omale would have a good presence this week. He has been releasing a lot, and they've all been, they've been tangible for the chart. So, yeah, man, it makes sense. It makes sense that he's here. Yeah. Any other thoughts about the activity outside the top 10 too? Like a lot of international movements now.
The foreigners.
Yeah. The Super Bowl, the Grammys.
Bad Bunny, man. I don't know. I have testimony because I remember when I was in uni and I was playing Bad Bunny music and people were asking me why do you listen to weird shit, and then now he's on our charts, man. Like, hallelujah, everybody.
Yeah, man, the global superstar right there. I still need that Burner link up though. That's what I've been clamoring for the longest. I feel like they would.
What record?
Benito and Burner.
Yeah, I want Benito and Davido because even before Bad Bunny became Bad Bunny, this version, Davido had actually been looking for him from like 2018 or 19 years. Davido wanted this song with Bad Bunny for such a long time.
Fair.
Then now Bad Bunny is this. I don't know, because Davido I think has collaborated with Ozuna, if I'm correct. He might have a song with Maluma. He has a song with like some. These are like his guys, I think.
It's clear like Davido is closer to that community. Like it feels like Davido, but just from a superstar like level, or at least it's just having that level of let's say versatility as a rapper and singer, that dynamic that Burna has. I think like Bad Bunny has that too. So I feel like they will make something very interesting together.
It will be very to be something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts? Any questions for TTC before we get into the major item for tonight? All right. All right, KD's happy. There's no questions. But yeah, man, looking forward to the next week's top 10. We see how songs like Muzz hold up as well for next week. I don't know if there's anything. I guess my question would be: is anything competing with Jogodo at this point? Should we see a dethroning of that song? Is that something that you can sniff so far with the data?
No, it's not close.
It's not close?
Yes.
Moses coming for number 1.
I doubled it.
It says Moses coming. If I Muzz you, I don't anyway, let me. I'm sorry, you just set me up for that, man. Don't mind me.
You walked right into it, man.
Anyway, man. Yeah, bro. I think it'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen next week, man. But on the flip note of the international showing up, we were showing up on the international charts in a different light this week, man. Our boy Rema showed up on a very, very interesting article that was first released last year in June, actually. First released in June, but for some reason they just reposted it and wanted it to get more eyes. The writer at the time no longer works with the Billboard, so all the energy that we're channeling towards the Billboard, it just feels like, I mean, people have actually gone to his page. But at this point that I'm speaking, the people that have actually, or at least Rema fans, that let the writer know their feelings at this point. And it's clear what happened. There was a list for one-hit wonders in the Billboard context, and Rema was listed as number 6, just a year after making a top 3 entry on the Billboard charts. For me, I think it was very interesting. Obviously, garnered a lot of attention, but I think it's very, very, very premature to even label him a one-hit wonder. But some people even argue why even have the conversation about one hit wonders. But the article tried to like sugarcoat the tag one hit wonder, but there's almost no way you can make a one hit wonder tag sound flattering. There's almost no way you can. But they tried though. They tried to say like a one hit wonder is better than a zero hit wonder. But then again, man, it is what it is, especially considering the context. But
Yeah,
I really want to get into.
Belema is down.
Belema is down. Oh yeah, I was about to say, where is Belema at this point? Because I know she would love to open the conversation. Okay, so yeah, she should be coming up right about now. But yeah, man, I would love to have the conversation.
I hope she doesn't.
Hello, because I know Belema is about to present something else, which I'm excited to hear what she has to say. But then again, man, I want to kick it off with. I actually want to hear a few people because I know Belema's direction, so I want to like actually. Belema, is it okay if we start with Dante? Because I know, or actually, I can sense.
My mic is about to disappear. That's why.
Oh, okay, so yes.
No.
Yes.
Real fast. Yes, you can.
We can open with Dante.
It's fine. You can start with Dante, but I did want to say something because Twitter kicked me out, so that's why I wasn't able to say anything earlier. But you were talking about TTC top 10.
Yeah.
So sorry to take you back real
Okay,
fast.
okay, no problem.
You're talking about TTC top 10.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about Benito. I don't expect DTMF to jump any higher
further,
or stay that long. But here's my thing about Benito. I think that you guys are very disrespectful, and I'll tell you why. I genuinely, the Davido thing I don't get to, but I genuinely love the idea of a Benito and Burna Boy.
Yeah.
But here's my thing that I do not like. People keep disrespecting this man.
How so?
Why is everybody acting like Benito doesn't have a song with Mr. Easy?
Oh, I mean, sure.
No, we know that.
Sure.
Because like
we know the whole dilemma they had
are
with.
you saying it from a African Miss Latin? No, we know that.
We know that they collaborate, Belema.
We were just mentioning like
especially the lawsuit that happened.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But that one is even different. That one was Joe Boy's.
I know it was Joe Boy's, but still through Mr. Easy because Empower anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Actually tweeted that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, like I was like,
no, we definitely
forgetting that Mr. Easy has a whole song.
No.
Anyway, Dante, you can go ahead because I genuinely have some things that I want to say about this Billboard thing, but you guys can go ahead first.
For sure.
I don't want to say much, right? Because I know I feel like Billboard wants to provide some kind of context. But what this reminded me of was like years ago, I think there was also a Billboard article about Psy. If anybody doesn't remember Psy, I'm sure you remember Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style, yeah.
It was a very big K-pop song. They also labeled Psy a one-hit wonder in articles. Even years later, they also add YouTubers wrote like they drop videos on how he's the one, but then it's like he's also big in Korea. And I think as at the time he had Gangnam Style, he might have been like a decade into his career already.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So like I guess the context is looking at him from an American lens. But even with that would become unfair because you're coming to chat from another side of the world. And a part of the conversation I'm not enjoying is people are using this to validate Rema's fans' reaction.
Right.
What they do, where they are like, all right, like, but this person doesn't have a calm down. And I'm like, it's not that deep. It's true. Nobody else has a calm down. Like, that's just facts. But this does not throw a wrench or whatever in their argument because it's not easy to have a record like this. It's not the standard per se.
Yeah, it's not the norm.
Right. Yeah. So if they say this, I just feel like, Americans think, this is the one big song from this guy that we know that was everywhere, that was all over the world. Yeah, it's cool. But like, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's bad PR, and these are the moments where I'm like, when Rema talks about people hating on him. Like these are the vibes. Because bro, reading that article, I'm sorry, that part that was like lo 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 wo, wo,
Wait,
wo,
let me read the
that's
article.
to me.
Let me read
No way,
the blurb
that's to me
actually.
like
Dante, just
so like
let me just add that context a bit. You can carry on for
oh
sure.
okay okay you
But the
can read.
blurb for Rema on the article reads: after releasing the original low 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 whoa 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 in version of Calm Down in 2023, Nigeria's Rema noticed it breaking on the Billboard US Afrobeats chart. He took a swing and recruited Gomez for the female vocal, and shockingly, she agreed. Whoa, okay, I didn't read that part. Shockingly, she agreed. I had my
No,
finger,
no, no, keep reading it.
I had my fingers crossed. He told Billboard. The in quotes essentially. The number 3 peaking Calm Down was obviously not veteran pop superstar Gomez's only hit. But Rema has yet to make it to the Hot 100 again. Although he has landed 6 top 10s on US Afrobeat songs charts through the June 7th, 2025 chart. And that's where it ends. Yeah, carry on, Dante.
Yeah, so first of all, this guy is white, right? Like I don't play race car, but this has to be racist some way. Like it just because if you compare what they vote for Rema to every other person who
To
wrote there,
yeah,
is
yeah.
bro, literally
Let
go
me
and
see.
look at anybody.
MC
Like
the
I
Anna
feel like I should log
the
in.
Anna Kendrick one. The Anna Kendrick one was just hilarious to me.
Bro, I
Pitch
actually
Perfect song.
I can't.
Why is this
I was
even?
really, and I was like, because I kept going through everything, and I was like, okay, because I wanted to be sure what's going on. When I got here, and he's even saying lo lo lo, I'm like, why are you doing this? And also the part about this is not Selena's only it, and then saying the Afrobeats thing is like, oh, in case you want to make the arguments that oh, but he has charted on another US chart, even though it's Afrobeats, is like, oh, the one it's on that is simply based on
The
Billboard,
Hot
even put one in the
100.
top 10 of the.
The Hot
Yes, it's like
100.
it's weird. Maybe he's a Selena fan and he didn't like that some people were saying something. I don't know. I'm making assumptions because I don't. I think it's weird. I think it's very weird. I think if it's about facts and the angle is coming from, yeah, it's true. He hasn't gone there, but to me, that's not definition of what one is wonder is. It's not an American artist. It's an international artist. So what are we doing here?
All right.
I mean,
Sorry.
this.
Sorry, real quick. I just want to keep an
Okay.
order in the conversation. We'll definitely leave room for that. I know Belema, you wanted to raise a point, and then we'll have Genio and then Harvey for sure. Appreciate you, Harvey, for the patience.
Okay, you guys, you will forgive me as I do what it is I am about to do. Do not
Let's hear it. Let's
do
hear
not
it.
freak out. Do not get angry.
We're braced. We're
But
braced for
give me
impact.
space.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna start by saying something that is very interesting. I'm gonna start by saying that first of all, it is important for people to read. That's the first thing I will say. Is that
Okay.
it's very important to read. Reading is very essential as a human being. So that's the first part I will say.
All right.
The second thing I will say is that yes, this was definitely engagement farming, because I'm glad you brought it up. But when I first saw the post, I was like, okay, interesting. And then I went and I checked again, and I said, I bet you most of the people that are talking did not actually go and read the actual article, because if they read it, they would see that first of all, this article is from June 2025. So somebody is using you people to do that's the second part. Now, if you read the actual article, here's where context is very important, right?
Let's hear it.
The subhead says, wear a helmet, do the stanky leg, scream ABCDEFU at somebody while reading this. It's very important to understand that you are right when you say, with you being, when they were trying to dress it up, with you being a one-hit wonder as an achievement, blah, 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 this, that. Also, timing is important because, yes, Rema may not have had a another hit on the top 100 when this was written, but as of this
The
last
time it
week,
was
I
written.
believe.
Oh, as of
As
last
of
week.
this last
Yeah,
week.
he's on
As
that.
of last week, I believe the Don Toliver song
Yep.
that's encroaching on the top 10 with Rema is also in the top 100.
Yep.
It's all about how many times somebody has appeared on the top 100. This is something that's big for him. And even though there are probably other Nigerian artists that have appeared on the top 100, he's probably the one that's gone the farthest, blah, 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 all of these different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to read one of the numbers to you. I think it was number... Because this was just 25, right?
Yeah.
I think it was number 17. Kevin Little's Turn Me On. This man said, capitalizing on the sound of Sean Paul's smash singles from the early 2000s, 26-year-old St. Vincent native Little signed to Atlantic Records and attempted to steer Caribbean soca music into the next dancehall craze, which that is such a jarring
Attempted.
statement. If you know what, if you know what all those words mean, that doesn't even make sense. But okay, soca has been around forever, but hasn't been done in a crossover manner. He told Billboard, "I'm trying to do it like dancehall so people can access it." Turn Me On turned out to be a one single soca boom, hitting number 4 in 2004 and launching the Kevin Little album into the Billboard's 200 top 10. Here's my thing, right? They said 21st century. And for context, we are not even halfway through the 21st century. That's the first part. We are not even halfway there. We are still in the first half of the 21st century. So I think that this article does one of two things. It's a pro for Rema, but it's also a con for Rema because a lot of people, sorry to say, are a little bit knuckle-headed and they're slightly dumb. Because for the people that don't take their time out to read and gain context, they don't pick up on what is happening here. Now, if you go and you count how many songs in this 25 are by American artists, you will see a pattern. A sizable chunk
outside America.
25 are not American artists. So what does that tell you? The probability of a non-American artist having a hit only go very far in America one time is very, very high.
Yeah.
I think somebody actually counted and it was 13, 14, something like that. But at least half of the songs on this list are by non-Americans. And sorry, shout out to Rema, shout out to Kevin Little, shout out to all the people. None of them are Adele. So, granted, you are not doing more than one hit. The reason why this might be a con for somebody like maybe Kevin Little or a pro for somebody like Rema is several things. Rema is still in the early stages of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Calm Down, like he rightfully said, came out when 2023.
Yeah.
The remix came out
2024. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the space of 1 year, that song made it to the list. And it did not make it to the list as number 24, number 25. It made it as number, 6?
Number 6.
And
Yeah. And
so,
I don't even know how you would rank a one-hit wonder list. What would make a one hit from number 1 stronger than the number 25, for instance?
Yeah, so they give you the way they ranked it, right? And the way they did the math was, first of all, what position on the top 100 did the song make it to, right? Because what they were calculating, and they stated it there, what they were calculating was the 25 most consumed songs of the 21st century, which, again, we're not halfway through the 21st century. But they are calculating the 25 most consumed. So what that tells you is that more people have listened to Calm Down than they have listened to Turn Me On. But that's besides the point. Like, Salento's Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nene.
Yeah. So okay, yeah. He says songs are ranked based on performance on the charts in the span via inverse point system, which
Yes.
with weeks at number 1 earning the greatest value, and weeks at number 100 earning the least.
Yes, the list includes acts that have logged exactly one Hot 100 hit, and you have to be in a lead role in the song.
Yeah.
And they did it between January 1st, 2000, which was the beginning of the 21st century, to December 28th, 2024.
Yeah.
So in the space of 25 years, they ranked every single song.
Yeah.
And what they came up with is a list of 25 songs. And somehow Rema is number 3 for a song.
Number 6.
That number 6 for a song that was only around for 1 year of those 25 years or 24 years. So that is why I say people are looking at this badly when in reality it's not a bad thing. I genuinely think like Nigerians, they beat you guys so much, and you know that you are very easy to be,
So we are emotional.
No, you guys have shown yourselves from Guinness World Records. Anybody that needs engagement, they know all they need to do is just mention Nigeria.
So are we raising Billboard's GDP right now?
I mean, you guys have been talking about it for several days, which is very fascinating to me because once again, this article was written June 30th, 2025. I wonder what brought it forward in February of 2026, but we are here.
They posted on Twitter.
They just posted it on Twitter. Yeah, they just posted it on Twitter.
Yeah,
that was what.
And which is why I still stand by what I said. I guarantee you, a lot of people did not even go and read the article.
Okay, so essentially, you're standing on the fact that it's not necessarily a bad look. In summary,
I genuinely don't think it is a bad look. But I also genuinely think that it is very specific to the platform in question.
Yeah.
Because it says more about America's
activities. Yeah.
And Billboard than it does about Rema and all the other artists on there. And the reason why I say it says more about them and less about Rema is the fact that this is speaking to, first of all, like you said, American consumption. But it's also speaking to what Billboard is looking at, which is the genuine fact that as an international artist who is not American, the probability of your song going high is a lot harder, first of all. It takes a lot longer, second of all. And also, a lot of the time, not everybody gets more than 1 or 2. So right now, you have the Olivia Deans, which, you mentioned Olivia Dean is in TTC right now. Mm-hmm. But do you know how long Olivia Dean has been doing music?
Yeah,
Isn't it over in the past 2 years that everybody just knows? She's been doing music for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Where have all of you been when she dropped her first thing? That's the thing. And this is what I'm talking about. And that is why I specifically use the example of Adele. Adele is an example of somebody who was making music that is easier to translate and move over in the American space.
Ed Sheeran as well.
Adele is Adele.
Harry Styles.
Yeah, all of these people are making music that matches that audience. And so for you to break in with one song is crazy. For you to break in with more than one song and to be on Billboard, and specifically because what they're looking for is that you're a lead artist, is hard.
All right.
But it doesn't happen for everybody.
All right.
So ultimately, my thing is this is less about Rema and more about Americans and Billboard. And if you look at that list, you see that most of the names on there are not American.
Gotcha.
So that tells you that that's what is happening.
All right. Dante, can we hit a pause? Can we hit a pause on that? Just want to expand it to as many mics as possible today. All right, we can definitely hold your thought, please, and we will definitely get to responding to Bellema. I know Junior might have a response to what Bellema has been able to add to the conversation. I think this is good that we're getting this perspective early in the conversation. I was supposed to be waiting overall and getting that. But yes, added both Dante and Bellema's submission to the conversation. Junior, how do you feel?
Yo,
What's good?
my bro?
We did. Welcome, man.
Thank you, man. Interesting conversation. I might have a very different pivot to this topic, but I mean, I just put out a one-liner. That piece was just dumb.
Right.
It served no good, even from an American.
So you're saying the premise alone of the
If-
of the article
of the article, when you look at what it's meant to serve, one hit wonders, you're judging hits by Billboard Hot 100 when even Americans don't even chart on the Hot 100 that much, right? How many American artists can boast of a Hot 100? That means they don't have hits also. So it's crazy that when you look at Rema's Blob too, it's the tone, it's so off. So unprofessional. I don't really want to dwell too much on it, but my own stance on this has always been I don't like to ride on the billboards. I think everybody knows that. I don't necessarily rate billboard like that. Do you understand? So that was why I was really, really unbothered about this. So yeah, back to my own this thing. I saw a tweet by Corey like recently this night where he basically just threw Afrobeat journalism under the bus, saying Afrobeat journalism is weird, this thing, no opinion pieces about something, and I'm like, that's quite funny to me. Like, shout out Corey, I love everything you do, but please, you guys cannot just come here and throw the art of journalism under the bus when you just feel like it. When pieces about these things have been coming out right since when the Billboard Africa launched, when they did the list about the top 50 Afrobeat records, when they did the whole Billboard African Rookie of the Year. So many
There've
pieces
been
were
conversations
written
about
this
it.
thing,
Yeah.
from different conversations about it. But now when it's all about, we're literally pointing that, okay, these people are moving a certain way, right? But you guys don't read these pieces. You don't care about them. But now that there's a certain, I call it like a
trendier,
very clickbait type of article. Yeah, requesting for a very reactionary piece. So she just come out. Yeah, shout out Adair for doing that.
Adair did,
100%.
Something, yeah.
He did it, and that should even tell you that somebody has done it. Just leave it. But coming and saying Afrobeat journalism is weird for not reporting or doing opinion pieces on something. I'm like, bro.
I'm sure there will. I'm sure there will be people
first.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm even giving more reverence to the article by writing so much about it. When I've written stuff about the structure, the way they've been moving, so many monolithic attitude that they've done to the genre itself, right?
Yeah.
As a whole, you could not follow up on that, but you want a specific article just because this is a trendy topic, and you just suddenly want to throw the whole infrastructure under the bus.
All right, Junior.
It seems very weird to me. It seems very off, especially when this thing is when it's a topic where people are divided on. Because some people feel like we should not even be catering to this topic, right? Because we don't want to rely on the Billboard to kind of ascertain or give them that value or give them that hold on us. But some people feel like, oh yeah, we should talk about it to let them know that they don't define the hits or the worth of every artist, right? So it's a topic that you cannot necessarily just stay and just generalize people under. And that's where I'm coming from.
That's right, guys.
Right? What Billboard thinks about any artist should not be relevant. Billboard did. Rolling Stone Africa wrote a piece on some of the biggest names over a week ago, and it was AI generated. Why? What
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
doing
yeah.
here?
It was convey AI
Like
like
you guys you guys throw the fucking local press under the bus every freaking time. Every freaking time. Now
Julius.
again, when they are writing something so shitty, you still want to throw them under the bus. Like, bro, it's so annoying. So freaking annoying. Bro, if you know you want to write about the culture so bad, get a fucking Substack and write. Go download Google Doc and write, bro.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys.
No, it felt very like you've been hovering that one for a bit, Abby. No, I hear you though. I hear what you're saying. I hear your frustration as someone that obviously you are a very, very, very active and very, very prolific writer yourself. Like, and I have to give you your props and credit that you've had, or at least you've been ahead of this topic. You've actually sat and written proper pieces about what this Western publications or how they've been moving, how they've been operating so far. So credit to you, of course, for being present and having those conversations, of course. But yeah, I can definitely see how you probably saw that tweet, and I'm sure he means well. I'm sure Corey means well with where this is going. But I can see how it probably fired you up a bit. But anyway, man, good addition to the conversation for sure. Appreciate that. I know Harvey wanted to chime in real quick. I'm just trying to spread the mic as much, and then we have KD right after that.
I thought Dante was gonna go, but I mean, I don't have any crazy intellectual, profound thing to drop here. I was going to just point out the fact that Billboard has operated on like numbers for the like since inception.
Right.
It's never been about, even within the American space. There's a divide between what people say is the truth and what Billboard will put out there. Like it's always been like this. Drake has owned Billboard. Kendrick has owned the streets. Case in point. So like, I don't. If Americans are going to say to hell with these guys, why? Like, I mean, Belema said it all when she said we need to read more and we need to be a little more smarter, if that makes any sense. And that's just where I'm at with it. It's interesting to see, right? They call my idol a one hit wonder, but it's comic relief to a certain degree, especially
Right.
with the way the article is even phrased at every point. It's like, what am I even reading, to be honest? Like, even if you read only the excerpt, if you read the full thing, doesn't matter what you read, you're gonna see the unprofessionalism, like Genu said, shine through. So yeah, it is what it is. Billboard will say what they want to say. It's based off their numbers that they're receiving. It's clickbait. They need to stay relevant. But like I said, everyone said everything that needs to be said. There's nothing new I'm about to tell you. It's Billboard. They're numbers oriented. They're not factoring the fact that this guy is not even American and he has cracked your space this amount of times. So everyone should just do the opera thing and keep it pushing, man. There's more important things to discuss, I guess.
All right. Appreciate it, Harvey, for keeping it straight to the point on that one. We'll have KD, and then Dante would add his response, or at least addition to the Belema submission there. KD, will have fun now.
Yeah, I'm good. Good evening.
Welcome. Good evening, bro. How you take
I mean, it's
this?
not a good
Wait.
evening,
First
but,
off. When are we getting our TTC one, or at least one hit wonders for 25 of, give us 50 international stars that have made only one hit in Nigeria, bro? We need that.
Wow.
We need that very soon. So what's the ETA on that, bro?
Maybe like 25 years.
Another 25.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
like 25 years. That would be a good thing to do.
Sure, man. Sure. How you feeling, man? How you feel about this entire conversation? I'm sure you had a very, very unique POV from this one, because you yourself, big up yourself for having the Nigerian equivalent, or founding the Nigerian equivalent of Billboard, if you turntable charts.
Co-found.
Yeah, co-founded. Yes, co-founded. But yeah, how did you see this conversation, man?
I mean, it's just it's almost like a thing that you would know would happen, and it happens, and people like it. So yeah, like I would imagine that if in the newsroom, after they done the methodology for calculating it and they saw the numbers, I'm assuming that there was somebody in the newsroom that was like, But we can remove all the non-Americans, and maybe they probably removed the non-Americans and realized, nah, this list was boring, and like, nah, let's leave it as the the numbers without context, and they just put it out that way. Because if I was in their shoes too, and I saw something like that, and somebody writes a version that doesn't have Rema and all the non like American artists, probably look boring. But then there's a version with Rema, you probably know that yeah, Nigerians will get rage baited and they will yeah, just and probably drive up more views, and it won't matter because the next artist whose album doesn't debut on the Billboard 200 is gonna get slanted for it. So ultimately you're still fine because it's just normal. Everybody grew up wanting to be on Billboard, so
Right.
it's so that is the way I saw it. But I guess the what I wanted to add is just that my biggest issue, or like what I can say, maybe not issue, is just from my own point of view, is that it's a case of two different cultures without context for each other
Yeah.
meeting. And like if you're very familiar with chat beat, that particular editorial, you will know that it's a very, very playful editorial.
Yeah.
Like they joke about, it's like their way of making the it's like their way of making the chat more fun. They are not strict about the language they use. They make it very playful. They do their best to even like take shots at artists a bit. Like it's very normal for a chat beat article to look like that. Which I'm assuming that a lot, like I mean, even from what people have said on this call, that people are angry about it because it looks like, oh, it's so playful. It's just yeah, but that is very like standard for the way they write editorials for chat beats on Billboard, anyways. And
And for
then
context, chat beat is a category on their website, right? That it has a lot more, like you're saying, like a playful tone. Like most of their
yeah,
articles have this
it's
tone.
yeah, it's very playful. Yeah, it's very playful. If they always they have a lot of like editorials they do every like over time, but this particular one is usually the one that's it's almost similar to the rundown,
Okay.
like so the rundown that we sent to you,
Mm-hmm.
but this is more playful. Like instead of they also have a rundown that comes out with the Hot 100 like every week, which is very similar to ours, but this chat bit is always done like middle of the week. I think they even have like a podcast version of it, like later, like in the later years, like recent years rather.
Yeah.
So it's very conversational, very playful, just light tone. It's almost like what uh like if you're writing if you're putting ATTW down like during the top 10 rundown and you're putting all the opinions out, you
Yeah.
can just take it and write an excerpt and put it on web. Yeah, it's very much like that. It's very playful, very jovial. It's like when, for example, the major artists that debut at number one. For example, I think Travis Scott did it last year, where they would debut at number one, and the following week the song would be at like number 55. Chatbait is usually like the kind of editorial that they will use to take fun, like make fun of that kind of scenario on the Billboard. So it's very very playful tone that they've used over the years, and I've been reading like Chatbait articles for like 15, 12 years now. So I know
Right.
that it's very consistent with the theme of how they write their stuff.
All right.
But then they also like the context of that. Like you can't
That some
you
people
can't be a
don't.
one.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't be a one. No, not even that. I mean, I don't think anybody has to assume that we're writing for people that have never written. You're writing for your audience. You assume that your audience knows what you do. So,
right.
but the context is that there's no way you can be a one-hit wonder and be like performing at stadiums and arenas, and like it's a very, even if you're limiting it strictly to the United States, like it's still a ridiculous uh like way to look at somebody like a Rema when you remove, like it's like removing everything that he has done and just limiting it to the Hot 100, which is, I mean, just yeah. So that is where they could have, because if we wanted to do like something like that, and we say uh artists that have uh for example, an artist like a maybe a Camido or Olive the Boy
Right.
or maybe DJ Maforisa that has like Money Constant now, but he has never had any song as big as Money Constant. If say in 10 years, he never has, or maybe in 5 years, or maybe in 2 years, similar to the way Calm Down is very close. Maybe in 2 years' time, he doesn't have a song as big as uh Money Constant ever again. And then you now write an article and say, oh, one of the biggest. I guess that's something we could do in 5 years' time to reach bit South Africans. So
Okay.
And you know what, KD? I'm so happy
I'll
you
make,
said this because that's why I was very insistent on the fact that count how many people on that list are not Americans. You will see what you need to see.
yeah. So I guess I can make a note to self in 5 years to remind whoever is writing that there's a way you can reach
Yeah.
with South Africans, and hopefully maybe Maforisa has not gotten another top 10 hit or something like that. So if you do something like that and you put a Maforisa and call him a one hit wonder in Nigeria, like it's very lazy to do that
Yeah.
because you just eliminate like a lot of context to yeah, it is right. He has never had like a song as big as Money Constant in Nigeria, or at least on the Nigerian singles chart. Maybe he has even had some, but not as big in terms of chart success. But so I think that's where like there's a part of Nigeria that doesn't really understand the tone of how
Yeah.
they write their chat beats articles, and then there's a part where they do what they should have done and just add that context that okay, this artist has done this just to, even if you want to keep him on the list based on the data that you have, just to
Right.
put that context. But I think if I was in the newsroom, I would just, as part of the methodology, you probably would have just remove like non-American artists and make it strictly about
The
the
US market.
silentos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the silentos that, I mean, like you live in America, you should be able to get more than one or third rate. It's like come on. But
Yeah.
like you should, if you've like Block Boy JB, I mean obviously you can, when maybe one day we'll tell a story and say he has had it hard and all of that and all of that. But if you've had like a top 10 hits with Drake, the least you should do is to be able to get another 100. Like, come on, you can't do that.
LOL.
So, yes, I think they could have made the article about that
Bro, it would
and
have
just
all
leave
looked
it.
like Drake features if it was American.
And then I think the last thing is, I mean, I know that people are saying that I mean, yes, it is true that they are looking for views and that is right. But, I mean, it's Billboard, they always have relevance. I mean, it's like almost a 100-year-old company that's been existing
Yeah.
before. So, but they they've been putting out all their centenary, oh sorry, the all the articles that they wrote about the 21st century
Mm-hmm.
in general. Like it's not like they just did this one just to rage bait Nigerians. I mean, yes, they did achieve that, but they've been putting out all the articles that they wrote about 21st century and all the greatest blah blah things
Yeah,
that they did
yeah,
last year.
yeah.
They've just been putting out all of them. This one just happened to contain that, which I mean, I guess we missed last year, but we must never, we couldn't miss it the second time. So I think that's just like what I would say to
Yeah.
the conversation about the.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. KD, unrelated but still somewhat related. I think the Mayoko and DJ Maporisa song from that is album, back in office. Did that ever make it to
Yeah,
the top 100?
you see, Marisa could have had the top 10 then, but couldn't. It's
Anyway,
not
Sha.
needed Marvel for it.
You
But yeah,
did
I
not
don't
get it.
remember. I don't remember that
You don't,
song because
okay.
yeah, I don't remember the song being on the
Needed
top.
Marvel is
I think
crazy, Sha.
it was. I mean, it's the same way like Rema needed Selena Gomez too. So you need who you need.
Facts. Anyway,
Yeah.
appreciate the
But
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, man, KD. You've obviously added some more speakers, but before we get to our new speakers, real quick, Dante, I know you've been itching to add
Oh,
something
sorry,
quickly. Yeah.
Manuel.
Yes.
I wanted to add one more thing, very
Yeah.
important thing.
Okay.
Just like 2 days ago, Belma told me that you're so funny, and she meant it 100%. So and
Wait,
making
what?
other people aware of what she said.
KD, please. KD, please.
Wait,
She
wait, wait,
she
wait, wait,
came to
wait,
my
wait, wait, wait,
she
wait.
came
Back up.
she came to my DM. She came to my DM and said, "Kitty, you're so funny." And
Oh,
she
okay.
meant it
Okay.
100%. So if she backtracks or tries to take it back one day, you guys are like a part of all this.
All
So
right,
thank you very
it's on
much.
record. It's on record now. Don't worry.
Yes.
Kitty is funny, man. It's on record. All right, appreciate you, my guy. All right, Dante, real quick, just a quick snack bite response to Belema before we get to our new speakers. What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Oh, your mic don't change volume, bro. Try. Anyway, we have new speakers here. Shout out to everyone. Shout out Taj. I think Slickback should be here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Yeah.
All right. I said I kind of feel bad for anybody that didn't get that inside joke. The KD and Belema thing. Now that KD has provided this context, I actually don't need to give the rebuttal I was going to give to what Belema said.
Okay.
In summary for me now, it's like the chat bit section is actually not meant to be taken serious in the first place. Like they make fun of people, and that's the point. So yeah, it's like sensational journalism.
The way you said
So
that.
like it's just for yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I think I just see it as editorials, right? Like, I think that's what they are, right? It's another fragment of
not everyone I
journalism,
read, but
right?
that's my story now. So it's like it's not that deep.
Yeah,
So,
it's like having an opinion. Like, yeah, it's like having an opinion even in
they're not trying
political.
to be well. They did the thing where they said, oh, they said, oh, by the way, we're not saying he's only doing this, but there's Afrobeats chart also. They did that, so it's like
Yeah, but to be honest, I didn't like the tone though. I get it, but I get all the context attached.
You literally said that.
I didn't like the tone compared to the other blurbs in that same article. Because when they were talking about the rock songs, they didn't really twist the dagger as much as they did with Rema here, man.
I said I was about something about what Belema said, but Belema brought interesting angle, and there's just no way I can see that angle. That angle of one hit wonder is not the context where people use one hit wonder is when they are being unkind or they're trying to troll somebody. I've never seen it in a so that's all.
Anyway, shout out
I
to
just don't think he said that.
I know, shout out to J. Cole, man. A timely
to be
album.
clear, that wasn't me. That wasn't me even doing anything. That was me literally reading what they put in the article. So yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, there's beauty in the fall off, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jermaine. Anyway, where else? Where are we? I think we had. Oh yeah, we have Taj, and then Dare. I think that is Dare here. Please tell me Dare is here. Okay, Dare is not here. Taj, man, what's good? What's good?
How far, guys? What's going on?
We're good. How do you feel about the conversation, man?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm okay. Curious, was the article reposted to like recently?
It was just retweeted. Right?
Or just retweeted?
It was just posted on
It was just posted again. Like the link
from June.
Yeah, the article was in June. And
okay,
they just posted on Twitter the link. Yeah, just to.
Okay, so basically they posted it online. They saw, Nigerians not really see this one. We just find them. Yeah, no,
I think was it album talks or somebody highlighted it. I think it was maybe album talks or not just okay.
Was it album talks?
It was probably album talks. I feel like it was album talks that now highlighted it, and then niggas knew.
Interesting, yeah, man. Because none of us saw that shit like from last year. That's crazy. So yeah, in general, like, what are my thoughts? Like, so obviously when I saw the list at first, I was like, okay, like I know people are going to get emotional. It's gonna be nice for like fan warfare. Given that Rema fans use international validations like to validate some of their claims, and it's now crazy because they are now being fingered right on international stage. You get so I feel like for fan wars that would be good because once again, fan culture sometimes they need some of this humbling, right? But I think then I got into, okay, you know what, let me actually take a look at the article, and I think for me it's just like okay, this is purely mathematical. Like it's purely like stats, chart driven, and I kind of left it alone. Like why? Because like it is what it is. He hasn't had a bigger record in America than Calm Down. Like it's just kind of what it is. You get that? That was how I took it as first. Like I don't know. Like are we? I know it's hard hearing it like that, but if it's Billboard, it's a Billboard article. It's from America. It's to the American lens, and it stops at the borders of their country because I mean that's where the metrics come from. Then
Yeah.
it is what it is. We don't have how many people have top 40 hits out of Nigeria, apart from maybe Thames, Wiz. I think Wiz has two. Thames has 2 or 3 as well. Like
Not
it's
even a
not
lot
like
of top 10. Not a lot of
yeah,
top
no,
10.
yeah, exactly. So it's like it's not, and I think this list actually ends at top 40. Like I think that's what it is. Like it's having another top 40 hit, right? That's kind of what it is.
Right.
So at first I was like, why are we getting emotional? Like it is what it is. That's what this is. But then you know what? This morning I really took my time. I said, you know, actually, let me like even make sense of this bloody article because it seems like the outrage is actually crazy, and I didn't want to like go against not protecting the culture. I'm like, or not speaking on things that don't support the culture or stuff like that. You get so I was like, okay, let me go check, and I even dug into the math, and it's such an annoying piece because you know that it's either the writer lacks a lot of context or the writer kept it that vague mathematically as I mean mathematically not even on culture because once again culturally we know what it is. It is to them, it is their culture, it is an American thing, that's what they're looking at. And they and that's kind of just purely where it ends, and they're using mathematics to drive that narrative, that agenda. But like I was like, okay, but the math, at least the math should make sense, right? And then I checked, I'm like, you know what, this math, the data here is also not fair for Rema. Rema ends up when I check the list, first, nothing that there's about 13 or 14 international acts on that list. So when I have that list are people that are not even they are tourists in your country. They are not based in your country. Right? This is like the chances of them getting another top 40 is not in fact
It's
some
not
of
the
them I
same.
don't think they set out to get that in the first place. I don't think where Rema drop Calm Down, that was where they thought they were going. Chance are like so they stumbled on this success, right? Over time and they pushed for it and they got it, right? So and then to now say, okay, yeah, one is wonder because you haven't come back to my country to redo it again is kind of it's crazy. Then when you now look at it and you look at okay, career wise, I tried to check, okay, when did all these guys get a first like the song that got them on the Billboard and since then they've not won. When did I think the latest before Rema is like 2021. Everybody else is 2014, 2015, 2008, 2009, right? So imagine if I was an artist that dropped in 2024 and I got onto Billboard. So they'll put me in that list 1 year after. So there's no even like time caveat to like paint context.
Yeah.
Either because once again the writer doesn't want to, or the writer didn't think of it. I think those niggas are smart enough to leave things vague to just cause chaos, right? I don't think it's something like they didn't think about. And for me, I feel like that's why I said, you know what? I'm not want to just say niggas are just rage baiting, but this comes off rage bait, right? Because it's like you hear one hit wonder. We know what that connotation means. You check the data that they're trying to drive. It's like, yeah, the nigga has only been the guy's the youngest guy here, with the youngest career here, with almost I think top 2 or top 3 youngest songs to actually get like it just got into the Billboard like when the Calm Down was the thing. That was
2020. It
2022.
was
Like,
within a year. Yeah.
yeah. So it's I guess for the sake of the data they decided to run with, Rema fits into it.
Yeah.
But then that's simply what it is. It's not because you've applied context to your data or to your statistics. You've not put caveats to like make sense of what you want to read. Because if you're like a one is one wonder, it will be better if the person has at least been on your charts 10 years ago and since then hasn't replicated. Like I can even understand why you would sum that up 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, not 2 years in. Like it's a bit too premature. But guess what? They don't care because they set out a vague parameter and the data pulls out Rema's name and boom, he goes there. Now you're now meant to write a blurb or a little short description about it and that person then so you there was no highlight of okay he's the youngest there was nothing pointing
Yeah.
for any possibility. It was just a matter of straight, just dogging it because you want it to sound, because you know that that's what they want.
Yeah, and even the
You
fact that
not,
they use low, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa inversion,
because
it just,
because you know
bruh.
damn well it doesn't speak well to the
Yeah.
artist, right?
It doesn't
It
speak
doesn't
well.
speak well. So
I mean, it's funny because sorry, I was gonna say it's funny because Taj is bringing up exactly what I was saying, right? Because my specific example and the person that I chose to pull out from that list was Kevin Little, right? That was the example, and that was the person I chose to focus on because of the way he wrote about Kevin Little, because of the context that there is to Kevin Little's career as well. Like, it's so silly, and I think it's like and I think it's very much rage baity for sure. You are not wrong. I think the only reason why this speaks more about Billboard and about American consumption than it does about Rema is because Rema is literally what the remix for Selena came out beginning of 2024. They are saying top 25 of the 21st century. That's year 2000 to year 2024. That's literally 24 years of what? Literally songs. So in 24 years, somebody in the past 1 year was able to make that list. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Let's be so serious.
yeah. So you know, and you know, like I would have appreciated. Okay, I would have even said, okay, you know what? We put in this data. You put it into my Excel sheet. These are the artists that popped up. But this person, there's a context to this person. Even though, this person has not been able to achieve, but there's a context because he's the youngest. Yeah, try and like make sense and encourage. But I guess that they're not in the business of that, right? They're in the business of getting clicks. They're in the business of selling a headline. And that one, this is not Grammy where we're saying, Grammy is using Nigeria to boost their GDP. No, this is, niggas are looking for clicks, and everybody does that. You get like, bro, Grammy, what's the name of those niggas? Guinness World Record. We know how much they're looking for Nigerians now to break their world record because the social media guy is eating. I'm sure they've bumped salary they're tired from Hidabachi and Hidabachi again and all the other people that have been breaking the records, right? So it's a situation where, so yeah, like I said, at first you tend to want to understand because once again we're people who went to seek for this validation. So why are we angry when they look at it from their lens? Almost like the whole Grammy conversation again, where it's like, they did not give out one of our faves and we're ranting, So at first I wanted to lean, at first I was like, okay, like, why are we getting mad? But it's like, nah. When I looked at it a bit, just looked at it again, looked at even because I'm like, okay, no, let me even check this mathematics. Let's check this data set that they're trying to work with, and you just find out that like you guys just wanted either like I said, either you guys are void of that context, or you guys couldn't break down data better, or you could, but you said no, this will make this article sweet. We need to like represent what a one hit wonder is. He fits into it. He's the biggest Nigerian act. And we're going to just our blurb has to dog him because one hit wonder, that is exactly what it is. It's interesting. It's a conversation starter. It's really what it is about, right? So I think yes, we can give them all the smoke they want for that. I think obviously I'm happy that it pushed people to defend one of ours and big him up in all the things he's doing. He still goes there. He still shut down arenas that some of the artists can do.
And he's on the chart again as this conversation is coming up.
You're about to go to my last point. As of today, the data is not like if the guy is there or like he's right literally in the top 40.
It actually needs
And I mean
it actually needs to be updated.
So like I brought up the Don Toliver song for sure. Yeah. But one of the things they also put on their criteria is that the person has to be the lead artist.
No. So no, it's actually lead or co-lead. So it actually includes him being a co-lead. So like if they wrote the article today, unless like I said, they will now filter it again and say, you know what, lead. But then again, that will now be problematic because the data will probably be way tighter because Wiz will fall in there. Thames might even low-key fall in there. Do you understand? Because Wiz's two top 10 records is One Dance and Essence. So Essence will have been the only lead and he won't have another one. Do you understand? I think Thames
our only lead was Free Mind, I think.
Was Free Mind. I think he has another lead. Everything else is Wait For You. So you get like it will not, trust me, they'll sweat to make it to 25. Do you get?
I personally think it would have made more sense if they made an international list versus
Yeah,
an
and
American list.
yeah,
No, I
and then when you
think
check
what
out,
makes more sense is cutting the year down to like say 2020 as opposed to like the literal last year before that.
No, but
but
like
you know
the
what?
reason why they do it at 25 is very specific. Is because of
Yeah, the whole
century,
theme. Yeah,
right?
the whole theme of
So
century.
they are
Yeah.
trying to calculate for like it's a quarter of a century. That's what they're
Right,
looking
right,
for.
right.
So their list is
Yeah,
meant to
I guess.
represent
yeah, and
25
once again,
years of a century.
I don't have an issue with the fact that is like it's a thing of you. This is this is the data. This is the metrics I've put out here. These are the people that fall into it. Once again, it is purely math. It's not feelings. It's not emotional. It's not. I don't like his music or we don't think he can do it again. The data they set out, Rema fits. Boom, that's it. Do you get? But I think when you start reading the blurb and you understand what a one-hit wonder is, then your data doesn't even align with the meaning of a one-hit wonder. Your data just aligns. Your data aligns like parts of the people on that list. Yes, if you've had a record in 2005 and you never went back there, I can say yeah, one-hit wonder. If you had in 2014, fair enough. 2021, maybe. You can't tell me that a song coming there 1 year before you then dog that artist immediately as a one-hit wonder, because now it looks very interesting because when 2026, 1 year after the article, less than 1 year after the article is, Arema has definitely defeated what you have tagged as a one-hit wonder. Do you understand? He has basically like he looked past that list in less than a year. Do you understand? So it's like you didn't give like I don't expect you to give him time, but I think you can describe what you're trying to do. If you want to say you want to use one hit wonder, then add those other contexts. Add a year constraint. Okay, it has to have been plus 5 years or plus 7 years since the person got his last number one record. That will make that one hit wonder look stronger. Not that if I enter 30 days before they roll that list, they will put me there. Like do you understand? Like it's very not descriptive of what a one hit wonder is. But then again, I don't think people are stupid. I think that's exactly how they wanted to leave it vague enough so that people can run. I mean, and even now I'm finding out they even retweeted it.
Yeah.
I mean, they reposted.
They just reposted it. Yeah.
It was like, you know what, this thing is not work. Oh. Let's go and press it again. Let's see if it will actually make more sense.
In Valentine week, my bad way.
And I also think
this is an edited article, by the way. The initial version had Steve Lacy's Bad Habits. So they removed that one and then maybe they added another one or they left it.
Yeah, do you get? So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think the moral of the story is just, you know, I mean, I know everybody's going to talk about Western validation and stuff like that.
Yeah, the expected sound bites. We should all create our own institutions. Don't give validation. Cool. But once anybody gets number one Billboard, we are here. Once somebody wins a Grammy, we are here. Like I get those conversations. Trust me, those statements need to be said.
Those conversations are going to start for coming up. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I think there's
the power dynamic exists, and
like we already know how this goes. Right?
Yeah, we know how this goes, bro.
At the end of the day, people focus on what you're doing.
Yeah,
focus on growing yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, the truth is that more niggas get into that. This is not the last thing we hear from anybody from Africa or Nigeria. Guys who go there, guys might not spend it for a minute. It doesn't still describe who you are, what you are. We know what the business is. We know what everything is. We know what everyone is doing.
Yeah,
it's bigger than the charts. It's bigger than our words, bro. And then they are going to do. He's going to come to Scotia. He's going to do 20,000 people, and he'll be fine. So I don't know if I have to go into this full thing, pace of everything. Obviously, it's just a reminder that, you know, let's still try and build what we have.
Yeah.
Let's support our local charts.
Shout out on table.
More better data. And for the stars that use all these things to, I guess, flex on other stars, I hope, you know, now when they fire Shakira fans, now we're going to quote that Billboard and say, okay, see your international people. You know, it would be nice for those ones to keep cooking themselves. You get and that's about it. I don't think we need to panic too much about that. Once again, purely a data set P. When they put it into their system, Rema's name pops up, and it's just kind of what it is. You get? Obviously, they fail to apply context, but the data points to that, and that's just strictly what it is. You get? It's not something to now feel like we've sold out. I know stuff like that. Yeah.
I think it's funny because the first person that sent me that article, oh, it's very anti-Rema, which is so funny to me. It's like, see, they're calling Rema a one-hit wonder. I was just
But
like,
Emma, you're hanging out with
again,
people that are anti-Rema?
no, no. I was like, again, do you people read? Like, if you read, you will see that it's not doing what you think it is. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for everybody using now to cook them. Times having to be. It would be nice. They'll keep fighting themselves in the mud. But I think in general, we're still on course. Everybody's doing what they need to do. Obviously, I don't think anybody's telling us
I'm looking forward to
to go down local
TTC's
stuff.
version. I'm looking forward to TTC's version of this list because you know who will not show
In
up
5
there.
years.
Olivia Dean will not show up there because she has 2 songs in the top 100. But Benito might show up there.
Wait.
Imagine if Benito
Olivia Dean is on our chat.
Yeah, she did. She showed up on TTC at number 2
That's
songs.
interesting, though.
Yeah,
That's
that was very
crazy.
interesting this week. Yeah, Olivia Dean is
That's
in
because-
Nigeria.
and it's not one song, it's 2 songs.
It's 2 songs, yeah.
Crazy because I even saw that she's number 2 in the US right now.
Yeah.
Do you know, like,
Yeah,
it was
and that's a perfect example of somebody that's international that is beating the chart, right? And it's funny because she didn't just start her career. Olivia didn't be making music for a very long time.
Yeah, that's crazy because I also didn't know much about her till ending of last year when I was.
It was
on
last
the
year,
podcast.
yeah.
And everybody was talking about how I was like, oh, who is the president? Then I really dug in this year and I checked the Billboard chart because of also I was doing my research about this stuff.
Yeah.
And because I really I went in on like just the data sets, like everything. I'm like, bro, like, and then I was like, you know what? And then I kept seeing her. I saw her name on like the Billboard. So I'm like, oh, okay, this girl is really, she's actually killing it. Like, shouts to her, man.
Shout out.
Anyways,
Best new artist is Grammys. Anyway, appreciate it, Tash, for the conversation. I know we have 2 more speakers to add to this, but we definitely want to talk about other things like new music as well. But yes, Dari, how you feeling? How you feeling, my bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Welcome. Doing good.
I think the most interesting thing is learning that they sacked this guy. I don't know. I would really like to...
Wait, do we know if they sacked him or he like steps like?
I don't know. I'm not
away.
certain.
Like
I
we
think
don't
I
know.
saw-
He just said
sacked-
on his page it says X Billboard and X Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
So
and all
who
of
knows?
that. So I would really like to know what happened and all of that, just for the tea and all of that. Yeah, but I think in general, if you touch on the data for long, it will tell any story you wanted to tell. And
Sure.
In light of, I don't think the whole one hit wonder thing. I can't think of a positive narrative, but I've heard some. But in general, it has a negative connotation to it and all of those things. Because it means you faded with one track and all of those things. Yeah, but I think I wanted to respond to something that Junior mentioned. I know he does like excellent work, but I don't think it's really a reflection of like the entire industry, because like we also see a lot of shabby work as well too. So like I remember there was something you were trying to get me to speak about, which I didn't. I noticed what you were bringing up, which was like the article that Pulse published about top, I think top earners for last year and all of those things, and I was really furious because like it wasn't.
Yeah. You called it out. I remember.
Yeah, and all of those things.
Yeah.
So like there's still examples of people doing things within the ecosystem that you find as not excellent work. So I can understand people's when people say, oh, like there's still a lot of problems locally too as well. So, but it's also great to know that it's not just a local problem in general too as well. That there are people playing with data everywhere. They're trying to manipulate things.
That's funny.
Yeah, so, but in general, I think we should take it for what it is. People trying to get you to read stuff, and they're being very unethical about different things and all of that. So, but I think we can always call things out when they're not entirely. I would say I don't want to say factual, but like there's missing context and all of those things. I think what's really this stuff is just really about missing context because you can go to India now. Rema is popping with different records, or yes, popped with different records in that market. Um, Also locally, like you can't even. Rema is literally like the I don't know because like in the end, what we really know Rema for here locally is like hits, that kind of thing. Is a very prolific hit maker. So the whole thing, it doesn't just land right. Um, Kudos to them. They've gotten the outrage they wanted from the current reposts and all of those things. But in general, like there's missing context, and I think that's just where I'll leave it at.
All
So,
right.
but I think in the end, everyone should. We can always strive to do great work and call out things that don't meet those standards and all of that.
All right. All right. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Appreciate you. Slickback, welcome. I know you're hitting the topic late, but how you doing,
Yeah,
man?
I won't say too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
hi guys. I won't say too much. I won't say too much. I just want to say that nobody has called Omale one hit wonder. That's all.
I
That's
don't
all I
know.
want
I
to
should
say.
have.
Ain't no
I should.
way,
I should have
man. Ain't no
anticipated.
freaking
I
way.
should have anticipated
That's what I'm
something
saying.
on my late to come up. But yeah, sure.
Sorry, I have a question. For you to be a one-hit wonder, don't you have to first of all
Have a
I
hit.
mean, oh man, you ask for water and you get champagne.
Slick back.
Regardless of
Slick
the
back.
narrative
Wear
that
it.
you want
Wear
to
it.
put,
Wear it, my bro.
regardless of the narrative that you want to put, it's on the internet. It's going to live forever. That's all I want to say.
At least he made it to the internet, eh?
That's so funny, man. Anyway, man.
You know who else? You know who else? You know who else they called a one-hit wonder? Billy Ray Cyrus. You know what?
That's
he
so
is now?
funny.
He's a two-hit wonder. That's for sure.
That's so
So-
funny.
So you are saying that Rema is going to wait until 2020 or 2040 something before I collect a call? It's
That's
it's
not-
Belema that said it. There's no me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
I
Belema
just
that
said
said
that, but
it.
I'm just saying, just because they've called somebody a one-hit wonder before does not mean they cannot change the story.
I know.
Okay?
I know. Anyway, man. Anyway.
Nice one.
Nice one. Slick back. How do you feel about Omale, man? Showing up 3 times turntable charts this week on top 10.
I said it last week. Now
Yeah,
I said it
yeah,
last week.
yeah, we
I
did.
I prophesy. on
It
that
was
website
fairly
every week.
it was fairly straightforward, bro. But how do you feel now
Come
that
back.
it's here?
Meet us again next week. That's all I have to say. Meet us again next week.
All right, man. Beautiful conversation. Shout out to everyone that was able to add to the Billboard Rema conversation. It was interesting that they were dropping or at least reposting that in the middle of Valentine week, man. I still don't understand. You know, Valentine week they are going for one hit wonder, fall off, who did this, who did not do that, when the topic should supposed to be about love. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be about spending that special time with the special person
They
in your
should have
life.
done top 25
Love songs, exactly.
past
So that they will.
25 years.
But to be on that romantic tip, I'm curious in our own POV from a Afrobeat conversation and lens overall, or strictly Nigerian music. What are some of the perfect Valentine songs that you've seen over time? And it can be from this century, just like Billboard. Sorry. It can be from this century, man.
Oh,
What do you mean, man?
I'm sorry, man.
One day, I don't know if I have
They'll
it.
say it's
What's the
Oruka,
question?
that
Sorry.
one,
What is the perfect Valentine's Day song from this part of the world?
I wonder if one day Coles or Lulu fall in this bracket because I don't want to.
That's a good shout, though. I mean, it definitely meets the mark.
The reason why I wasn't sure is because like I don't really know the meaning of what he sang throughout the song. I just
You don't even know, but you're not Yoruba, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a love song.
Is like my love.
Yeah, my love. Basically, it's the most.
I mean,
if you
the
mention
cadence.
Omale again, if you mention Omale,
All these purple boys.
Wait, does Omale have a love song? Sorry,
Benji, are you crazy?
Benji is not what we are in here for. Okay, we are not in that conversation of bending. Nobody's doing any bending here.
Does woman qualify?
Okay, I can see that. How does woman even go,
I don't
Seth?
know. There's something about it that's off for me though. Like you wouldn't play that on Valentine's, bro. Like it's
No,
except you're playing it.
I get. I'm just
But
that's what I'm
Except you're
asking.
playing
Because
it.
it's saying
There's a
something
question,
caveat
based
here,
off
though.
question: Is the
There's a
woman
caveat. There's a caveat.
is
There's a caveat.
is the woman in
You can
context?
play.
Question though, question for
You can.
everybody, real quick: Is the woman in context his therapist?
I think the only
don't know. We
caveat
don't
here
know.
is if the woman is from PH. If the woman is from PH, you can play that
Okay,
song for
if the woman is
Valentine's
from
with bang.
PH. Okay.
Yeah, like don't worry, that's PH
Yeah,
Valentine's
that
song.
works. That works.
Yeah.
All right. So we had a Ololufe and
I
woman.
think the most interesting part of Woman to me is that like the level of trust that was exuding in those lyrics is like very, I don't know if it's
Oh
realistic or
wow, the
not,
breakdown. Let's hear it.
but maybe that's just me. Just that level of trust is like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, the level of trust is crazy. It's talking about unprotected sex, things like that. Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
What's
It
it
says
called?
anytime
The band
I
is
knock without rubber, no rubber band. Yeah, opening a song, opening a Afrobeats romantic or at least Valentine's Day song with that. I don't know if Omale needs to be in this conversation, guys.
Look,
Hey,
the band just
that's
fall
why
in
it's like
love
it's
and call.
nobody's
The
thing.
band fall in love. Okay, we're hearing something. Any other takers? Because fall in love, yeah, is
I have
definitely
a
up there.
song,
What song?
and I don't know. Wait, okay. Question first. How do you guys define a guilty pleasure song? What does that mean?
It means you're
Before I say this,
embarrassed
what
to
does?
admit. You're lucky
Oh,
embarrassed.
oh, the issue is I don't get embarrassed. But anyway, so there's a song that
Okay.
I think is like top contender for like the most romantic song in the world. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually serious. Like I'm not trolling.
Yeah, what song is that?
It's called Concentrates by DJ 808, Toye, and Mins. I think one of the most
Idea
brilliant
ball
lines
niggas,
ever.
man. Sorry, go ahead.
Even though, even wait, what did you say?
Never mind. Please go ahead.
Imam, please repeat what you said.
It's okay. You hear it in the playback. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, then I'll text you. So Mills is a Mills-esque line, but he said, if you know, you know. That's what I'll say. But he said a line that basically says, even when, you know, and people should learn from that. Even when your partner is going through something, you should still like stick with them,
Mm,
you know, and
word.
you don't leave them when you know they've been there for you when they could. So yeah.
Nice. Don't leave them by any means. I love that. Yeah, man. Any other?
So, Iman, I have like 3 entries for this shit, man. I don't know
Let's share it.
if like I be consuming too much like lover boy shit, but there's 3 songs. Banky W makes up 2 spots, I think.
Okay.
Obviously, there's the yes no that everyone knows, even though it feels like very much marriage like. But I think it will pass for Valentine. And then these other 2 songs feel like
Okay.
they border on it, but they're not necessarily it. But I think for me they will pass. Strong Thin.
Yep.
Then
I was anticipating that. Let's go.
yeah, obviously like Strong Thin is everything about it just screams like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this song that I feel like would go under the radar, but if you know, like if you hear what Fino is saying on it, then it bangs. That's Mo Cheddar and Fino, Destin and Barry. That used to be my jam that year.
Interesting. All right. I hear that. Any other takers on the love P? No one's bringing up. No one's bringing up Wiz. Love My Baby. No one's bringing up Davido's Ekuro.
Good shout, good shout.
Davido's Ekuro. None of that.
Yeah.
Burna Boy is not a lover boy like that,
I have a
but he has
solid
he
three.
has he has Oinka, but I don't know. I'm trying to go with. Anyway,
I
yeah,
have a solid three.
yeah. What 3?
So I have my favorite, actually my second favorite Nigerian song of all time. Perfect Gentleman by Sean Sizu.
Ugh.
I'm going to pick Olomi by Tosin Martins. And then I would say Runaway by Star Plus. Or Olufumi by Star Plus.
Olufumi
One of those.
is more of a. I mean, if I'm being nitpicky with Olufumi premise, or at least the theme of that one, it was trying to
What's
win
it?
her back. After messing up, so I don't know.
Hey, it's love.
Yeah,
now.
I
It's not love
guess,
that
I
wants
guess,
to-
I
it's not-
guess,
that's not why
I guess it fits the bill. I guess it fits the bill.
Yeah, it's love now.
Yes,
Even
it
hard.
is.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna say heartbreak, but like even now, Darius, you're not the girl I
Not the
used to
girl.
know. You can put it in the realm of love.
Yeah, but that's I wouldn't say that's a
I
Valentine.
don't know about that.
I'm not
That
turning that
sounds
up
very
on
sad.
Valentine's Day.
Okay, maybe not Valentine's Day. First.
Anyway, I don't know, man. Good shouts. I don't know. Stick back. You have your hand
Wait,
up.
though. Yeah.
What's up?
Omale, Lulu. Omale, Lulu. I was joking, but Lulu is good. Then Budge
He
and
literally has that I love you song. So I
Yeah.
don't know why you guys are my fan.
That's
No.
I'm
true.
not.
I thought
We
I
are
was
not
just
laughing
yeah.
at the selection.
No, it's just the fact that it's you
Lost
saying
Boy
it.
only. He's probably like going through Omale's
No,
catalog
I
just
didn't
to
say you
tell
were
like.
laughing. I'm like nobody mentioned like you, the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
you.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's a yeah.
Guys, we're
I
forgetting
think I
Oxlade,
forget
we're
this.
forgetting Fireboy, we're forgetting Joe Boy, all those
Wait.
lover boys, man.
I was gonna say wait, okay, some of them
2019
Yeah.
lover boys, man. Where are they?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. This is just exposing all the niggas in this chat. Like y'all not real lovers. Like I can tell. Like, you
I'm
guys
about
can't
to
even come
get
up
it.
with that. We're meant to be
Avi,
pouring this shit out. Like, but you guys are struggling. You're telling us who you really are.
I'm
Entertainment niggas.
I'm the one trying to help
you're
everyone, man.
projecting.
I know,
You're
yeah,
very
Javi, you're projecting
but that's
here.
fine.
Okay, my final
Entertainment
shout
niggas.
is
Hello.
my final shout is Your Love, Mogbe, Budge, and Tiwa Savage. That's my final shout.
Oh, tough record.
Yeah.
Although I'm Splice. Jesus, they spammed that Splice. Goddamn.
Nice, man. Nice. All right.
Oh yeah, Iggy Orumbo by Shantizo and Tiwa Savage. That's a jam.
Ugh. Sorry.
I think I can give 3 though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, so like I think again, Wanda Cole.
Oof. Good shout. God damn it. Good shout.
Yeah, there's definitely Fall in Love, the bangs. That one. I think that's the third one. I don't know what I want to be a Bonner guy here, but maybe I'll give Bonner with Armor. But I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Really?
Interesting. That's the most half-assed love song ever.
Brother is not a lover boy, man. I don't know if you guys have not noticed. He's not. I don't think I
mean, come on the low.
No.
I beg you. He's not. But his records.
40,000 out.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Can we
That's
keep
what
a
it's supposed
secret?
Yo, there's this jam that went
Not can we keep a secret?
Brother.
Not can we keep a secret? I beg.
On the low and love in the same sentence, like
Isn't it?
I mean, it is a love
Nah,
song.
bro,
On the
that's
low is about-
situation.
No, but on the low is about. On the low is still about. Yeah. It's
He loves
yeah.
alone now. He doesn't want to be public. He doesn't want to be too loud.
Entertainment niggas.
Oh man.
Bro.
It's about
It's
you
like-
too. Yeah, literally.
You guys said I was
Bro, the low is
projecting.
about what?
It's really about
It's
cheating,
about
man.
cheating, though.
Avi just said
You guys said I was
entertainment
projecting,
It
but the
said,
truth is
can you
niggas
keep a
have-
secret?
You guys have a skewed like picture of reality that cheating
Hello.
now is.
Avi,
Favorite
is
songs,
just a
man.
song.
Man.
It's just a song.
let's
I'm not
let's
even
like
there.
evaluate the lyrics, please. He's telling
No,
her
please,
she's
let's not
falling
let's
his
not go
hand
there.
for not being sly enough to cheat with him on the low. Please. Please.
But the secrets, guys, the secrets on like the
Please.
same album.
No,
And
Allah,
now
Sha.
this
Yeah,
is
secrets is the same thing, the same
Yeah.
premise.
Secrets is
On the
one.
life album, there's not so it's supposed to be.
Wait, remind me how
I
that
mean,
song
Brenner
goes.
has one song, dude, that he's not like the main artist in it. Special song with AK and Sak. I think that song is actually like very, heartfelt, like type shit.
Anyway. All right, man.
Wiz
Shout out
has,
to
like-
Here's the thing. I don't,
yeah.
I
Wiz
actually
has
don't know.
Wiz has a lot,
My
but
thing
niggas are
about
not bringing it
picking
up.
a love song is that like I kind of want a song that kind of views his steps out of the circle and is in the relationship. Because if I think of Benson's mind games now, it's like what she's doing for him, and I'm like, that's your own PV and that's a great song. But I want a song that just be like, this is love, not I gained this from love per se. But that's a great song.
I
Am I
mean,
making sense?
yeah.
Oh, I have one, but like it's not really popular. It's also by Buju, Commander, which is one of the songs that made me really love
Interesting.
him
But that one
at
is
that
what
time.
he's doing. Like he said, like your
Interesting.
commander.
Your
in
commander in
right? So,
chief,
like,
yeah.
No,
But
listen
is
to
there
it.
like
No, she's
Yeah,
talking about
it-
losing his virginity or something like that. Like
no, it's not about
I
him
think
losing. It's about him I don't want to go into those words.
No,
But
it's about him losing his virginity. The girl is
no, it's
literally
not.
guiding him
No,
through
no,
losing
no,
his
no, no.
virginity.
It's the girl. Is the wait. I think you're right.
No, I'm wrong.
No,
Listen to
my
the
bad.
Dante, they're
lyrics.
guiding you
I
again.
want
Just follow the guide.
I
No,
actually
no,
want
no,
to
no, no,
listen
no,
to it, but
no, pause. But listen to the lyrics. She's saying,
Yo,
"I'll
relax,
be your
yo.
commander."
no,
If you break down the lyrics, like it's literally so beautiful. Like
yeah,
he was
yeah,
very young,
yeah. I
and she's
remember
like,
now. I
yeah.
don't worry. Like we don't need to go into details. I
Anyways,
remember.
anyways,
I
y'all
just
save a
yeah.
spot for y'all save
Please,
a spot for
next song,
caveman.
next song, please. I'm not. You're not going to.
And
I was
and
gonna say save a spot for the caveman. They have a bunch of songs from
Beautiful
Me, You,
Rain.
I too. No, crazy. Beautiful Rain is not
Wait,
actually
Beautiful Rain is
a
not a
love
love song.
song.
It's not a love song. No,
It's not a love song.
it's not
I
a love
do
song.
They
go.
have Crazy
I do
Lover.
go.
They have
Yeah.
Me, You, I think Me, You, I is the
Me, you are.
absolute
Yes.
like finality of like showing someone that like it's just me, you. I don't know how to put it, man. That song, I hear it and I just want to start crying. And then
What
there's
are
one
some?
more song I think
Nobody
is
mentioned love entity. Nobody mentioned love entity.
hmm,
We are
Relax.
getting there. I was just about to ask like, what Rema song would you pick? My own is Reason You. Reason You is my Rema. Sure, just calm down, but
I'll say
Reason You is my
Runaway.
Rema
I'll say
love song.
Runaway is the most beautiful love song, I
there's a
think.
song I'm trying to think of for Rema. It's on that same album.
Runaway, guys. I think it's, for me,
No,
it's
it
fairly
goes
obvious.
Spanner to my screw, baby. Now you I choose, baby.
Is it Dirty?
Mara.
Oh,
Oh,
Mara.
yeah.
Okay.
Mara, sure.
Mara is the ultimate. Like I'm gonna lay down my life. You're making me go crazy, absolutely crazy. And I
I have
think that's
one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
now. Go ahead.
Rihanna by Orezi.
Why'd you laugh, man? I was
Why
going to
you
like good
guys
shout,
laughing?
but like, why'd you
That's
laugh
my
like
great
that?
love song. What is
Lagos love story. Ira Star. All the love.
I beg Rihanna
No,
by
I think All the Love is
Orezi?
better fitting. But see, again, I'll say this again. Nobody's bringing the lover boy, final boss himself. Joe Boy,
Joe Boy.
Fireboy, and Fireboy's like I
Beginning.
do.
Beginning,
I
baby.
think it's even Joe Boy. Like you can mention majority of his catalog, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
that's
I
the
mean,
love
Baby
song, Joe Boy.
alone. Joe Boy's Baby.
Wait,
Wait, Love Me by Tiwa Savage.
Love me, love me.
I think the tempo of it is just too
I mean,
much,
was she
man.
too desperate?
Nah,
Somebody
I think
song, cause
he's trying
somebody
to
song.
something.
Somebody song will love me. I think that's a different
That's
cry.
a prayer.
That's a cry,
Okay, see
bro.
why she begging and everything, but like, yeah, those two
That's a
songs are
prayer.
good.
That's a
Prayer
serious prayer.
points is crazy, man.
It's a prayer point. I don't know if it's a love song, man. But good
Guys,
conversations,
does Thames
man.
have a love song? Forget Rain Dance. Does
I-
Thames?
I don't think
Yeah,
Tess.
but one naira by
Can
Emma.
can I mention one song that
All by reason with me.
everybody's
Sorry,
ever
if we're in the
Can
genre
I,
of suffer love, man.
can I mention one song that I don't think anybody will ever mention?
What's up?
It's Shay Shay, Inyanya, and Banky W. Right now.
Hmm.
I think that's one of the better love songs. And
Oh,
also, honestly, all the
I do love that song, remember? That's a beautiful song, actually.
Bro, what song is
yeah.
that? I feel like it was
Shay,
a song that was on
Shay.
Sound City.
You
Don't
touch
attach.
me and right now.
Yeah, that's it.
You go find that song.
Yeah,
What's the
And
one with
Shay and Banky
Neola that she
Too
was
But
bad.
doing in
boy,
that
you
house?
bad, though.
Too bad.
No, is it
But that,
Ife Igu?
yeah,
Oh,
that's too bad
okay.
now.
That's not
It's
good.
toxic love though.
Oh,
That one is
That
shit.
one,
guys,
that one is
that
that. I had that one in my mind saying, "Don't worry, it's not
that
what you
song
think
is
it
so
is."
It's
good.
toxic love now.
That
That
It's
one is
song,
toxic
there.
love.
They were doing her strong thing. Don't worry, like leave it.
Oh, man.
Ah,
Nah,
speaking of
that's from
strong
Sound
thing,
City. Sound
speaking
City
of
Based on
almost killed
strong
me.
thing,
based on
Banky
a true
W.
story.
you strong
For
thing.
sure. Yeah, it's been mentioned. Banky
wait,
W, of
so
course.
nobody's going to mention the pulse of the culture right now. So he has no song. Marvel has no
Fola.
song.
Sorry, who?
Say Marvel.
Marvel.
Marvel, it's
Sorry.
my body that you want
I
us
don't
to
know.
talk about.
Wait,
I
is
have
it Tumo
Marvel.
Ueno you want to mention? I wasn't.
No, I'm not.
Mofe.
Because here's the thing. You guys are focusing on like this particular type of love. I think we need to highlight the love
Does
of
Odumodu
the
have one
person.
too?
Ima, you just
Please,
okay.
please.
I was about to set up like a proper
Fair,
Right.
gone.
Right. No, I think I knew where you were going with it. But
Wait,
Whatever.
has anybody
Now,
mentioned
where's I going?
anything
Ima,
by
where's I
Two-Face?
going?
Like, African Queen, Love is a Crime.
There's some songs like ugh to mention for me.
True
African
love,
Man.
true
Queen,
love. There's true love.
African Queen.
True love.
After
You
20 years
see,
of
true
saying
love.
better
You
song
used to
beat.
live here before.
Yeah,
That's
Two
No, True
Face.
Love is
Two
heartbreak.
Face, True
Though.
Love. Well, yes, it's
True Love
heartbreak
is
actually.
heartbreak. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
actually
yeah,
a
sure.
heartbreak
P
song.
Square, Visit with me.
P Square have a
It's
lot.
not P
There's no
Square or
one like
Rude Boy.
you.
Reason me with me
Reason me
how?
with Rude Boy. I know, but reason with me now. So, hey, is that one
But
naira
there's
genre,
no one
bro?
No,
like
that's
you.
Afro beggy. No, like that's
No,
not
the
it.
Afro
Some people could
management.
not afford to buy Valentine gifts. It's needed.
Again, Rema's Runaway. Rema's Runaway is in that same category too, man. Cause they say I don't get money. They're telling you to leave me, so we got to elope and go and get married somewhere else. That's literally Runaway by Rema. If Rema needs to get a shout here, that would be the song. But anyway, man, good shout overall, man. Good
This
shout
guy has
overall.
a shout here. Shode has a shout here. What is the song?
Oh,
Let me go find this.
the song with his babe,
Particular
right?
song. Yeah.
Is it the song with his babe?
Screaming beauty, beauty, beauty. You know one.
Yeah, probably that one.
I think that one.
Mad. Shout out Shode, man. Has anyone? What's the temperature on the album a week or two after Shode's album Hybrid?
I'm still there. I'm still there.
I tried one more time. No.
It's adjusted.
But
I'm
There.
not gonna lie.
it's the
All the
songs
time
that were
that
described
people have
as
been, oh
Afrobeats to the
shit.
world I'm actually feeling.
Okay.
All this time that people have been saying neo tech music, like I've been fighting it with all my blood. But to be fair, I was listening to it when I was doing my nails, and it really banged. And then I came back home, I listened to it. It was just there. So maybe
Stop.
shout out to Afro neo tech. It really
Stop.
banged in the store. No,
Stop.
it banged in the store. I'm not
Wait.
gonna lie.
What are we talking about?
Don't worry.
Like, Afro
Harvey. Don't worry. It's I don't know if we need to give context to Harvey for that, but yes, man, it is what it is.
Is it Fola?
Yeah, for last show day, that bag, that space,
Oh my god!
they've been calling Afro Nail Tech,
Afro Unilag to
Afro
Nail
Uni
Tech.
like babes to yeah.
Oh god, no!
Also, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad
also.
thing.
Like, there are people their music I segment. Like if I want to feel sad, I will literally just play Frank Ocean Blonde, like and I will just cry. So it's not a bad thing. Is that R&B tears? Like I don't know. So it's not necessarily the worst thing ever.
True.
Like if I want to go and do my news again, I know what to play. So like it's not the.
I mean,
True.
fair enough, Cheryl. Like I like Cheryl a lot, but like she be doing Afro, then break my heart. So yeah.
Shewa, Thames. There's some people that are like, ugh.
Yeah, like
Fine,
I
love.
hear you. That description is actually apt. Yeah, you know where you go to for certain things.
Yeah. Anyway, man, speaking of love, Wande Cole and King Madi linked up for a new record that dropped just before Valentine's Day. It's called Daily. Anyone listened? Anyone feeling it? I think it's one of the better records this
I want
Friday.
to say that if they do Hip TV awards or whatever, and they don't give best vocalist to King Madi, I'll go to scatter everywhere. Go scatter everywhere. That's all I want to say. That song, I love that song. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful song, actually. Any other thoughts? Anyone else? Any feelings on it? If you've tapped in. Wande Cole.
Yeah, amazing melodies. I kept spinning it because of the melodies, and I kept restarting the song. I restarted more times than I played the song before.
Mad. Still in the love space. I know Johnny Drill dropped Last Forever, which was a remake to the first Forever that was on the Maven Solar Deepluxe, or how did you call that title again? But that album that album to launch the Maven unit when it came up in 2010 or so. But yeah, man, Last Forever, a remix to it. I haven't tapped in yet. Has anyone heard it? Ooh, really? Johnny Drill, Last Forever? All right. Looks like a lot of you are not.
Are not drillers.
No, man. I'm sure it was interesting. It was interesting to just see
I've actually
John Jazzy.
I actually heard part of it.
Oh, okay.
I actually heard it.
Like the snippet?
But yeah, it didn't. It's okay. It didn't stick for me.
Okay.
It's not really.
But do you remember
That's
the original? Forever Wande Cole. It was a Wande Cole song.
Yeah, it's based off the One Day Cool song, but
Yeah.
it didn't. Yeah, it was good. It was, and I'm not saying it was good in it like it wasn't bad or it was bad thing or whatever. I'm saying it was good in the sense that it's Johnny Drill. He can't make bad song. Like,
yeah,
it was good. It's just one of those things that I listened to in passing, so it hasn't really like stuck for me yet.
Yeah, and then has anyone been noticing Don Jazzy is producing again? Like, again, like he seems a lot more active as a producer now. Like just the other week he dropped one with Cupid Season. Beforehand I think he had a beat for, I can't remember who it was, but it was probably another Maven artist. LSD. I think he did one for LSD or so. But Don Jazzy seems to be back on the boards. It'll be interesting to see how he holds up, man. Anyway, shout out to Johnny Drill. And speaking of releases this Friday or this past weekend, any other songs stand out to you guys? I know there was ZayLevelten, Muzz, there was Odie's They Love Me. I didn't get to tap into Marvel and Pre-Prime Use Me because at the time I was streaming, it wasn't out. But anyway, man, those are some releases that I just think at the top of my head. Easy Scope dropped an EP with some interesting.
My first listen of that wasn't that great.
Yeah,
I don't
bro,
know.
it wasn't, bro. Yeah.
Bro.
Easy Scope for me, obviously, brilliant street pop artist that had probably one of the better projects for me last year with Shamsi. But it seems like he has kind of pulled away from that structure. It seems like he has a whole new structure right now. And the soundscape of this one, for me, reverts me too closely to that Sheyi vibes, Chance Naham, like memory card era, where it's just like punch after punch after punch. I don't care how this is going to land. I'm just going to bar you off your head. You know what I mean? And for me, man, I'm over that style. Like, I'm so over it. And to see an Easy Scope that honestly I saw in the form of like a progressive angle for the street pop scene. Yeah, it seemed a little too regressive for how I saw
him going
it.
from that Shamsi EP to what I heard, the first listen I was like, nah, I'm not trying to disappoint myself. Like, bro, I don't know what the hell was going on there.
But there's one good record that I related to was The Light. I think the Light had a lot more palatable feeling to it. But again, shout out to him. I know he's trying to stretch beyond what he's kind of used to in some way. So hopefully he's doing well in this new structure, man. But yeah, man, shout out to Easy Scope on that one. Anyone tap into Tansky, Muzz? I know it was obviously referenced earlier. But anyone tap in? What's the temperature? What are we saying?
Yeah, I typed in. Can somebody define Muzz?
So knock now, like to get drunk. I think
it seems
they Muzz me.
No, Muzz me is like Jesus. Like what? Is he like?
It seems like getting high, bro. It seems like getting high.
You see why I asked the question now?
It seems like getting high in the context of how, because I remember.
No, it's like you're busting my head, basically. Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah, bust my head.
Muzz me in his that context. Like you did muzz me, like you did bust my head, like.
You think that's the context is using it that like is muzzing people? Because there was the part I was saying. The people knew him before.
I think before you even proceed, Dante, I think Muzz is like context fluid.
No, I'm aware.
I think he's lighting one, man. I think he's lighting something. That's what it feels like in this context.
I think Muzz is like someone surprising you, shocking you, that kind of
thing.
Like blowing your mind.
Be laughing, like someone can make you laugh and you be like, you did Muzz me instead of saying you're killing me. So it's like very, very contextually, driven. Like when you want to use it,
okay,
the person that you're telling.
In the context of this song, answer my question.
You go need call Marvel or you go need call who in the Muzz.
Marvel is funny because
what did they call what's his name? Yeah, my bad. You know what I'm trying to say? You either need to call the artist that is trying to muzz somebody or they're muzzing, or call the muzzer or muzzy. They're the ones that can answer you, not us.
Is everyone fucking with the Taiwan bar?
Yeah, it's just it's interesting. It's very intelligent. It's a very intelligent line. It doesn't make it less like obnoxious though. It's still the twinkle eyes, stuff. That's what he's saying. Because Taiwan is, Asian and Taiwan. Yeah,
I
that's
swear,
what
I
he's saying.
swear this song felt like it was something about cannabis. Literally, like everybody has always been on.
No, that's it. That's the double entendre. Because like Taiwan
Yeah.
because I guess when you get faded, your eyes would
Your
start
eye, yeah,
fading.
exactly.
At the
Which
same
is
time, Taiwan is Asian and Asians their eyes. That's what
yeah,
he's saying.
which again we see every time that God. I hear
But that was the
sometimes,
bar that
man.
was busting people's head from the snippet now.
Yeah, I think that one left a mark because of how it sounded, obviously.
But an interesting conversation came up of this song dropping though. I don't even know if you guys want to get into it.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
certain people they spoke about one person initially I can't remember the tweets, or if anybody saw it, they can, rephrase what I'm saying. They said it's like Nigerians allowed a UK label to take ZayLevelten.
Oh yeah,
And
interesting.
then some people were like, it's better like
It's
that
better.
because next they'll put 10 skin
Sorry,
on
I don't want to say it's better.
Amapiano, or they will start making him sing, which they've done to so many rappers.
Yo.
And some people were like, yeah. And I'm like,
By the way, I've been
there's
getting
this
DMs.
very
I'm trying to pause on that. I've been getting DMs about how niggas hated how we pushed back at Banks when he said ZayLevelten could end up on the Grammy stage or at least get a Grammy nomination in a couple moments in his career. People have actually been attacking like how could you disbelieve something like that for ZayLevelten?
That was actually so sweet. That's so sweet.
Nah,
because,
Teskey has his people, man. Don't play.
No. We actually see like the movement of
Yeah,
this,
it's not far fetched.
yeah.
Like I don't think it's far fetched, of course, to see him progress.
Yeah.
Based on collaborations, based on placements, it can definitely happen.
Oh no, like why would I doubt? Okay, wait, that's just me personally, sure. But
Yeah.
I don't doubt. It's very possible. Anything's possible for that man.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you were saying.
yeah, what I was saying before. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? What is it? What about like? Is it that you're stubborn enough, a miracle happens? Is it that somebody said Nigerian labels wouldn't know what to do with it, which I think is a solid counter argument.
That Nigerian
Based
labels
on-
wouldn't know what to do with a Tensky.
Yeah. Because it seems they will turn him into what his original fans wouldn't want.
Yeah.
Then there's not the question. So when he now does the thing they've turned him into, they'll now say, "Oh, don't you want the boy to make money?" But currently, I don't know if he's making money, but I'll just say it does feel like there's some bars. So kind of.
Okay. Can I say what I think? Yeah, I can.
I don't think I have the words for what I
Yeah.
want to say, but yeah.
I don't think from a label
wanna sound
structure, if you think about it, from a label perspective, not a managerial perspective, I think from a label perspective, yes, it looks. If you look at the landscape of Nigerian record labels, in quotes, record labels, right, with structure, with what label services are offered, I don't think there's enough representation of a world where Tensky can fit. Even though if we see the big ones tilt towards his direction, that could change, of course. But in the landscape of labels, I don't know if there's a home for ZayLevelten on the home soil. But from a managerial standpoint, I think he needs a team of managers, of course, at home. I think he needs someone present, of course, that can still be in the room and still make the claims that would align with his Nigerian audience. Yeah, like that can align with his Nigerian audience, but at the same time, he can have a presence in other markets, the US hip hop space, the UK hip hop space. Like there's a lot that he can do with the style of music. So I think it can be a case where he can eat his cake and have it in some way. Like he can definitely have a few fronts. But from a label perspective, yeah, I can see how people will look at Nigeria and say, yeah, I don't think I would want or you would advise a ZayLevelten to get with a Nigerian label. But with the appeal that he has, I think he can do both. But I think from a label perspective, definitely, yeah. In terms of placement, I think, yeah, I can see the benefit of moving out. But then again, you want us to own our music, our masters, all those things. There's that conversation too that needs to be had about the type of deal he signs. You know what I mean? That's another layer to the conversation. But what do you guys think? To all our execs in the room, what's a point of preference you would like to see for Tensky? Even though he has made that decision already. It seems like. What do you guys think?
Sorry, wait, the decision to do what? Sorry.
Okay, so the conversation is about him signing with a UK based label,
but he didn't just are we just finding out that he signed or?
That's
no, that's
Oh,
not
okay.
the so like
I think the
when
conversation
it's just a
is
conversation of what if someone like a label comes to pick him up, basically. Like
that. I think to
wait,
just
let me
quickly.
provide the context again. It came off Twitter. It's not like anything that deep. There was that page that posts like a lot of hip hop acts, like big hip hop, the Coco, I can't remember the name. But he posted the 10 Scheme Moz video. Then someone said something along the lines of, "Oh, Nigerians actually let a UK label take 10 Ski, like take ZayLevelten." Then people were not like, "Oh, that's better because a Nigerian label wouldn't know what to do with it."
Let me see if I can quickly weigh on this, right? The major Nigerian labels, maybe. Because I think that's why people would say something like that. But like we've had labels that have allowed, as far back as 2012, allowed the Burna Boy actually rise. Like even back in the day, like labels used to let people like actually do like R&B and proper stuff. Current majors might struggle to allow that happen because of the stakes and the money involved. Take for example the Maven, because obviously they're like the flagship record label that you're used to describe a thing like this. Maven is no longer just playing with their money anymore. They're signed to a bigger label, so like they're not going to take as much risk as you would hope.
Stakes are higher with Maven.
The stakes are way higher. It's the reason why even Rema has to do some things that he has to do, even though he came up sort of trapping. So I don't think I fully agree with the statement that a Nigerian label wouldn't know what to do with him. Maybe a Nigerian major wouldn't know what to do with him, but I think there are Nigerian labels that like would work with him. Burna Boy literally came up from aristocrats. Like we've had people pop up from different places. Like there's me that's working in this space that's been working for me.
Glaring difference from Burna Boy under aristocrats versus when it was out. Just so you know.
Sorry?
I said there's a glaring difference with Burna Boy under aristocrats versus post.
Exactly. The moment he had to be like doing stuff for the majors, he's had to adapt. Like he's still doing what he wants to do, but he's no longer doing.
No, but I'm saying I don't know if I'll credit aristocrats as much, but definitely yes. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but like the majors being involved, the stakes being as high as they are, surely that would apply to the majors. But I don't think it's a blanket enough statement to cover people at the lower levels, people that actually experiment in the music industry with less budget and less stakes. So that's how I see it.
But then again, I think the movement that we're seeing with ZayLevelten, we're seeing with Marvel, I mean, that youthful, crass, gritty, polarizing energy, I think it needs to be harnessed one way or the other, especially what they're doing on the Nigerian front. It's about doing it the right way or with the right hands.
But there's no money now.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's
that
where
too.
It was going already.
There's that too. There's that too. So it's like, it is what it is.
I have to understand that the pipeline is like Len, right? Like top of the food chain, Len, Fimi, like they're all UK based.
They're all UK based. They're all UK based.
They built a network there.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the person that was working on Zay before these guys was also not in Nigeria. He was in LA. Right.
Yeah.
So
no, that's crazy.
It's just what it is. Right now, some of the underground acts, it's the autisting all over again. When guys were doing music in the autisting, it wasn't the Mavens and Storm Records that were signing them. It was guys in the UK. Then Grace Lanoja came from the UK and picked some guys up. Kimani came picked some guys up.
Yeah.
Like
and I want us to break away from that cycle where our labels ignore people like this. For me, that's where that's where the frustration stems from. Yeah, that's where it stems from.
Because that's the conversation.
Yeah. So I mean the I don't know. Yeah, I guess you need more. See, at the end of the day, maybe did something similar, right? They just, I mean, Rema era. They were technically they were birthed off the alternative scene. Like you get like.
But Taj, before you go ahead, even this would support Dante's initial point.
That what?
That they would end up having to blend or merge or adapt their sound.
Yeah. And
That
you have to
wasn't the
understand
It
that.
point.
wasn't. It
Like,
wasn't
listen,
his point, but he was saying
That
another
Sorry,
wasn't
person's
not your
point.
point. Like
Another person's
that was
point.
not your
Yeah.
point, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
like people will come and make a mainstream version of a lot of these underground acts. It will be somebody who can sing and but rap at the same time, exist in their world. There's acts. There's an artist in fact, I'll just keep him short. But it's an artist I found recently, young boy, barely 21 years old, and he already shapes up to be like, think of like someone like a YC in the UG scene where he sings pretty well and he does their shit pretty well, and he's found a producer that's really cooking those type of two beats, right? So it's all
Yeah.
like him now. Maybe comes does the budget like him, yes, but then maybe we need to see somebody that can, or the big labels in Nigeria, which we're only gonna be who they are, because apart from maybe I don't know, like to get, like now if someone like on Olamide, a Jazzy is looking for somebody on ground, they need to look for somebody that will also make club music, people that will actually like move tickets, like people that on a mainstream level will be palatable, right? At the end of the day, you have to understand that them Z are still very niche. They're still very concentrated in that, like in a scene. For you to mass market it, then you have to dial it to fit what the mass market can enjoy, right? Obviously you still retain some of your true essence, but yeah, you have to find a way production wise to like cook something that aligns. Like I was saying that I mean, look at the record, Dante. You know the record, the Amapiano Body records by Atsago.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
get like that's kind of how a mainstream version of that scene
That
look
you
like.
brought up Atago. Let me say something. So, like, you made this point about Atago might have to change his writing, like how raunchy it is to go mainstream.
Yeah.
I actually brought this up to like an Atago, like borderline fanatic, and he said that if he does
Nah.
that, he
I
might
don't.
not be able to
No.
enjoy his music as much
Yeah, but
anymore.
that's the fanatic now. That's why, and that's the problem, right? The fanatics are not, they're not enough. You get like on a broader scale, like it's not fanatics that will blow Atago, right? It's the everyday person that can pick up the music
They are
and
for the
reuse
proof
it.
of concept, have you?
Yeah, so Azago, the typical Azago fan can scream all he wants to scream if he lessons him more. But for the bankers to hear him, for Tony Elumelu to use the song on their TikTok on his Instagram, you think he's put that pussy on my face, let this thing drip all over my skin that he wants to be putting on his TikTok, right?
No,
God
but
forbid, you get like
we say that, but Naira Marley had a whole career, like in terms of launching
he had a
music.
whole career, but he wasn't cracking the
no,
spaces Taj is talking about.
I know.
even Naira's not as bad as Azago. Even Naira's not as bad as Azago. Azago is kind of bad. Like he's very
I
like.
mean, I feel like the whole conversation just boils down to skill.
But yeah, in general, I just feel like they would just need to find some form of mainstream version of it once, and it would be. The person might even just be
I
a
just
rough
wish that
version.
mainstream version doesn't have to. It's not by force enters club, or rather,
Bro,
I
then it
don't
got
know
crazy
it
has
must
force
enter
been.
them to
club.
enter the
Then it
club.
got crazy
It
has
must
been
enter.
sitting
So
nicely on the charts, bro. For a
What did you say?
minute, I said then it got crazy has been sitting nicely on the charts. Like it's not
Yeah,
as
no,
if
it was
it's
still needs to enter the club. But you didn't whine. Like, do you know what? Do you know how
yeah,
big
but
club culture is?
I'm not
it's
even
there,
talking about
no?
Zay in particular. I'm talking about like some of these guys. I think is must our mainstream be club? Like that's the
Maybe I
question.
don't enter
Yes, now
club
it is
enough. No,
now.
but it's a big part of it, though.
It is now. It's party music
It's
now.
a big part of it.
Where
It's
do they play
party
party
music
music? It's not
essentially.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to know. You get it. It's what it is. Like, no, I can tell you for free. Like in the club when they play in like mainstream clubs when they play Z, they'll play Wuse to they'll play
They'll
Donsky.
play guide pass,
Then they
I'm
might
sure,
play.
right?
Then they might play a guy pass like you get. But
I,
Donsky
I
gets a
saw
spin.
Bali, but that was like on someone's snap today, like on at
Anybody
the
that plays
club
Bali,
with
that
ABJ.
DJ is a
Yeah,
real inside. He's
and
inside it.
No, but
yeah. So
I'm sure
Bali is
Bali
like
should
deep
go off though.
cuts.
I'm sure Bali
Bali will
is
go
Bali a
off, but
deep
Bali is
cut?
like
I don't know if it's a
it's
deep cut.
giving. It's actually giving. It's like it's a banger, but it's giving if you know, because that is my Zay like top 1%. That record is insane.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, it is what it is. But there's a couple young guys. It just needs to they need to be nurtured because I don't think they can figure it out themselves. Like somebody, the A&Rs in the room, the producers in the room just needs to be able to do work on them. Now that's a lot of money. That's a lot of investment. Because once again, when you are cooking some of these artists underground, like you're nurturing them, you have to feed them, clothe them, house them, right? Keep them. I mean, that's kind of what Jazzy does, right?
Oh,
No
guys,
academic.
we're forgetting native. I'm sorry.
Yeah, native isn't native about to unveil an artist. Jesus, did I bust their power? But yeah, I think they're about to. But I don't think the artist is even in the realm of any of these UG guys.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it's
I
somebody else
mean,
entirely.
2019, 2020, naturally,
But also
ZayLevelten would have fit into a native. Without a
yeah,
shadow of a
like I was
doubt.
gonna say that, like they probably in the past they would have cracked it, but then even like if we subtract OD from the equation, are native really a major?
No, well, I mean, they have partnerships
I mean, now they're
outside. They
playing.
have good
How
partnerships.
many? You said major. I mean, what is our major in Nigeria? Everybody's just
I
Yeah.
mean, the majors are already faded. Like we have just like one major, but in the past we used to have like 3 or 4, like at the same time
I guess
before it
yeah.
was
I mean,
major.
like
Yeah.
everybody's a level of independence, right?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. So like if we talk about anybody that's in the big leagues or maybe before or say early 2010s to mid 2010s, they're not about to take that risk that you're hoping they will take. No, it's even a thing like in the business world where the bigger you get, the harder it is to innovate.
No,
Like
but
standard.
again, not to refresh the harsh history of quote unquote gatekeeping because this was part of it, but part of native, or at least part of the edge that native had was the network with the other markets, right? The UK, the US, the LA scene. I mean, their relationship with Def Jam over the years. So if there is anyone, like you can definitely like naturally see a Tensky fits that space. But as far
yeah.
as calling them majors, I wouldn't go as far as calling them majors. But they have conversations, or at least they have a network
Yeah,
of
and they
majors for
move.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, they move as a unit. They call themselves a record label because I feel like some people now are running in from that tag because they feel like they will lose out on artists because they are called a record label and they don't want to sign artists. Nobody wants to sign to a recording label anymore, or sign recording
Yeah,
contracts anymore.
yeah.
Everybody wants to kind of retain some form of ownership, all of that. So, yeah, and right now, honestly, Nigeria is looking like if you don't actually sign somebody proper, like 360, it financially is the risk is too high and the artist will not end up just leaving and going to do their own thing, and you'll be stuck there having to like struggle to make your money back because you only end up streaming, which is chicken change. While you've invested in, like, okay, you sign an artist to a licensing deal, yet you're still having to pay for his music video, his styling, which also further helps his brand,
Yeah,
and he gets bigger, and then
yeah.
he ends up walking away from you, and you don't retain
You
much,
don't
right?
retain
In
anything
fact,
from building that brand.
people are wising up. The deals they're dropping for artists now are stealth label deals. They will give you a licensing deal, but they'll still ask for 20% ownership of your masters, 30% ownership of your masters, 40% ownership of your masters, right?
Yeah.
Because the truth is that I must own something here
Yeah.
because artists are benefiting.
Yeah.
Like they've given away too much free money. Artists are jarred, and that's the end. The labels are stuck. The labels aren't making any money.
Yeah.
So yeah, native does have the soft power to do this.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they hold on to one. But then again, like I said, for those UG guys and with the path they saw, like I said, they're looking at Len, they're looking at Fimi. Those guys are in the
Yeah.
UK. There's
Yeah.
a label that already signed them and has achieved success with them. Then yeah, those are who will pick them up. Even Zay, the artist, like even like someone like Dila, the person that's distributing her music is based in LA. Like it's the same guy like picking up these guys.
Sheila's
Just
manager's UK as well,
yeah,
Uche.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they are like, so they're all, they're guys are. If Nigerian A&Rs are in the big labels in quote unquote big labels, Nigeria cannot go and pick up some of these guys. Then it is what it is, right? I know somebody was talking about just the lack of like proper A&R in the country, like lack of
Bro,
discovery in
Taj.
the country is kind of terrible right now. I don't want to be one to come
Taj,
and
are you
insult.
implying that everybody that has it in their bio is lying, or
No,
most
They're
people?
Oh my
and,
lying.
god.
and I'm not even trying to like cook
I
niggas that have it in
am.
their bio, right?
I'm saying
I'm
it
not trying to cook.
directly.
And I was just about to add it to my own bio. Make I pause.
I'm not even trying to insult. No, I'm not even trying to do that because I also like operate in the realms of A&R as well, right? But in general, it's just like a thing of how much fight are people trying to do to actually break out of the norm and create something that actually stands the test of time, right? Or like changes or like brings
Changes
something new.
soundscape.
You get like it's crazy. Like in the last 2 years, people like Marvel, yeah,
Shally.
okay. Let me say someone like a Marvel. Marvel did not come through a label structure. He basically had to cook his shit himself, right? Everybody that has come out that has been that level of crass, greedy, that style, they seem to always pop off themselves. I mean, Dapper had a bit of that visionary as well. He was able to cook Charlie up yet.
Shady vibes. He was able to cook.
Shea vibes as well. But yeah, so I think there'll still be a bunch of guys that can work, but obviously you have to create your own motion. Like now, obviously, if someone like Bado should hold on to some of these underground guys, and Bado himself, he's an ear now. Like he's somebody that he's in that studio with them and he's cooking with them. He's rapping with them. He's
funny enough,
with
as
them.
not like I don't see any direction or at least endorsement towards that space so far. Or have I missed any? Has there been any Bado glare towards that side?
Has Bado endorsed anybody recently? I don't think he has fully put his head into the business, like into anything new in terms of music, right? He's been pretty much chilling. And who knows, maybe this Ashake situation, just, everybody just like, we need to take a chill. We need to rest, we need to relax, stuff like that, right? So, but recently he hasn't really been dealing with any new acts. I'm sure he's maybe they're cooking something behind the scenes, but I mean, he hasn't said anything recently. But if someone like him should pick up like an art, and he helps arts like grow as an artist, because once again, that part of the job is actually the very hard part that people don't understand, because you can throw money, but actually cooking them, because to create a mainstream success of some of these UG guys, they would have to be nudged and bent and like fixed to be able to do certain things that would appeal to like 200 and something million Nigerians. That's just the truth. Certain types of production elements will have to be stripped. They will have to introduce certain things, introduce maybe Fuji into here, local elements, merge it with this. It's a lot of science, and I don't know that we have the A&Rs that are willing to think that far. I think the producers can think that far, but the producers can't get your record out, right? It's the A&R that is meant to go and say, okay,
select
my label boss, please do this trigger. So yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, I'm gonna bring Elle into the conversation. I know you kind of showed interest with the ZayLevelten getting with the Lizzie records.
Just taking it to so many, like, there's so many things that you're saying that I don't even know if it's going over everyone's head or they're getting it. But the importance of A&Ring, before I go back, is like, man, it can't be underestimated, especially when it comes to even someone like a Zay making decisions like, am I gonna, because it's about artists and repertoire, and it's also about how, like, what kind of money is even gonna, like, where the money reside for this track in the first place. Real A&Rs think about that as well, by the way, not just the sound. Like, what's gonna be the most lucrative setup for this said track or this said artist that I'm trying to push or that I'm trying to get out there. It all connects in the end. So when Taj says there's like a shortage, bro, that's what I've been dealing with, shortages. And I kind of understand why artists are, making tough decisions to, like, kind of, it might not sound tough, but it's tough when you have to export or to decide that you're going to export the people who, like, rep you or work behind the scenes to push you, especially when it comes down to how much money can be available to you so early on, versus how much you have to give up. Do you know what I mean? Like, those are all decisions that indie artists are having to make.
Yeah.
I know we're saying Zay signed to Lizzie Records, and I can't remember the other people that are involved in his stuff right now.
And Antagonist
or something like that. So, like, like, I don't know what the full nature is of each entity.
Right.
I don't know if
there's something about the Levitan deal. I don't know how much.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. If anyone has seen anything,
I don't know if there's even been a press release about it, but
he said he owns his masters. He only likes.
Yeah. So again, if he owns his masters, then maybe it's a licensing deal then, or whatever. Then again, like you guys go back when we talk about, I mentioned Native in the chat. I also mentioned Shali, so obviously Dapper, and then YBNL. Sorry, just quickly, who's their flagship artist now?
At this point?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Fireboy.
It's Fireboy now.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's there to say?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's because he's been there. And I'm not talking about his career, I'm just saying that, like, who's new? That's what I meant to say. So, so yeah, all of these things combined, I mean, the Empire situation, fine. All of these things combined, it's just the stakes are really, really, it's tough for any artist that's coming out to get people that are even interested. So if you're going to get someone internationally, especially with the fact that Zay has that sound, I'm not saying he can't be broken in Nigeria. That's not the point. It's about how effective, if I break, how effective is that buzz what's it gonna give me? Do you know what I mean? Like, and let's be honest, his music It's not gonna give the swear. He's not gonna get that national backing. Let's be honest. He's not gonna get
I'm
that.
sorry, L.
So
I'm
once again,
sorry, L. I'm
there's
gonna need you to throw some light on sweat. I can't wrap my head around what it
He's
means.
not gonna get like, let's be real. He's not gonna get the swear reaction to his music. He's not gonna get the who's your guy reaction. Like when I say the general populace that will make money everywhere across. If you come to did you guys do turntable, radio, streaming, he's not
No,
like the
yeah,
money
I
that
definitely hear what
he's
you're
gonna
saying.
need.
Yeah.
But in if you get someone over here or in America, wherever it is, they're gonna give him that money up front. He's gonna put it back into what he needs to do. Let him also buy, look good, and he's gonna get on with it. It's just because then he can actually open himself up to like wider markets that will kind of accept the sound, whether they're Nigerian or not. Because you know how it is.
I mean,
But
but then again,
Muzz itself is all right. I don't know.
Oh, the record.
And I love Tensky, by the way.
then,
But Muzz is just there for me.
yeah, Muzz is just there for me, so I'm not overly crazy.
Can't lie. Yeah.
It just felt like something that didn't make the last album. But
same.
I feel like that conversation will start now about Tensky. But go ahead.
What did you say?
I said that conversation will definitely start coming now about Tensky and how his signature would be run out for people.
Yeah, but once again, it's like I know, like I feel like they clowned A&R so much on Twitter that I started to even like reduce what it looks like. But like, guys, that like I've recently been just digging deep into like listening to like American like the music business there, and bro, like they where they place A&Rs, right? I know maybe because everybody on Twitter talks about it, and that's why they kind of like to shit on it in Nigeria. But guys, it is so fucking
important.
It is
We had a call the other day, and I don't know if we talked about this.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about.
I don't think we did, but it feels as if we did. We should have. What the hell?
It's so fucking important, guys. Like, it's somebody that literally should be like there's. I mean, I know they've even now moved A&R into more. Or go spot what is buzzing and bring it back so we can know. Like there's an actual science.
That's A&R scouting though. That's one part of it.
There's actually build like if there's things that they can do to the artist to help him accommodate a larger audience on mainstream, and they should be able to want to spot it. The producers put multiple producers in the same room. Okay, you know how to serve Twe. You know how to serve the core. Both of you knock heads together, find a way how we can merge this thing that it will work. To get it's a science, but I know that also the business can't afford this type of things. I guess maybe that's also
it's expensive. It sounds expensive. Calling a Blaze Beats.
It's too expensive.
He doesn't even need to do that. He doesn't even need to go all the way to Twe, but you do need to make sure that you're as you're getting that breakthrough or you're getting that buzz, you're still evolving like your sound, and you're still enhancing your sound. I'm not expecting him to do anything for Nigeria, and I really don't care. Like he's got his way, and he'll find his way. But I think it was a good move to have, in my opinion, for him, for his type of music, like for his type of sound, to have externals. But I just hope and pray that the management is somebody or some people that understand where he's coming from. Does that make sense? Because it's really early for him to have international management.
So I mean, he does have managers who are more local based. Like
that's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, he has like part of his team.
Yeah, I think management is important.
Guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, the top part of the management scale and the labor and stuff like that is in the UK. But I mean, them Rakim, they roll with him. These are Lagos boys, native boys, like that. Yeah, like that's gang, right? So I think at the end of the day, like they need to. I just hope that they are musical enough. I feel like that's another thing. Sometimes people have managers that are great when it comes to
but not musical enough.
But it's just a musical thing. And for people like Zay, right, I think it's very easy for him to just be somebody that spams something and it will sound good to the people that already know him. But to step past this level,
push past it.
They need a certain level of A&R musically that they really need to go sit down and really cook. In general, though, I would like I've seen artists Pose who have adopted what Zay does and can still make some sing. I feel like somebody's going to locate those guys, somebody's going to nurture them, build them up, and blow a bag on them, and they can end up being that. I don't know if Zay would be that, just based on skill set, because he hasn't really showed me a lot of his singing side. I haven't seen a lot of
I don't think he
yet.
has. Yeah,
But and I don't think he's very much. His cadence is very much hip hop. Like it's core to that. The way he raps, the way like it's yeah. I don't know that he can get super melodic. And unfortunately, just for that level of mass appeal, melodies need to creep in somewhere. But I've seen guys that there's a guy that sent me a project. Is like the first track is like their shit, and the second track he's singing a little bit, like so. And that kind of guy, now, if somebody could put him in a room with certain types of producers, like now someone like Olamide, I just believe in him so much as an ER. Like if someone like him should hold on all these guys and cook them up, what will come
Olamide
out
needs
of
to
it
do an
after?
A&R school. I swear to
What
God.
what I don't know that he can explain it. I just think that one is just
yeah,
Yeah,
I,
it's the music.
I,
He understands. It's like he gets it from the
yeah,
music. Yeah,
I feel like Olamide has recorded so much music. It's just like
yeah,
I think
yeah. He
Badu
gets
like
it.
eats and sleeps
His
music. Like I
ear,
think
his
he's
ears.
such
Yeah.
a music head,
yeah.
just naturally. Like he might not be able to explain it in words, but he knows what
Yeah.
he hears, what he feels,
It's
and he
almost
knows
2
how to
decades of
appeal.
making music all
Bro,
combined
that's
together, right?
Exactly.
like I feel
Yeah,
like we speak on Whiskey's hard drive record. I don't know what Badu's hard drive would be because if
yeah,
Badu has been able to drop 10 albums, but then again, he might be somebody that just drops everything in records. Who knows? But you get so
yeah,
in
yeah, man.
general, I think when one person really just holds one of these guys, someone like a Badu or somebody you get, I think what they will cook with them, it will be great. Jazz used to be that guy. I don't know if he still has that passion for that kind of thing. He's cashing out. He's a big boy.
Bado doesn't drop everything he records. You're not serious.
I'm just saying, let's not you get.
Cause how does he have
At
12 projects?
all.
How does he have
Someone
12
Yeah,
that
because
travels
that
to
nigga has how many
record
projects now? 10, 11 projects?
It's
Jesus
13.
Christ.
I think it's
So
almost 13 now.
if he still has more records in the hard drive, then
does.
more.
Yeah.
Then how much is he recording? You get. So but
Anyway,
yeah, we'll see. A
we'll
and
see,
R
we'll
are
see.
important, and let's see who is ready to do the work.
Yeah, man. I know. Speaking on ZayLevelten, there was another conversation. I don't know. Dante picked this up, but there was a conversation about who primed the Nigerian masses for a ZayLevelten to kind of connect. Did anyone see that conversation happen as well?
Oh, I saw that, but is my mic good right now?
Yo, it's not.
Yes, bro. That conversation was very
I
weird.
saw that, but like,
Who was
let
the
me say
conversation? I
something.
didn't hear that. Sorry.
So
Okay,
someone.
so
Okay, go ahead, Dante.
they gave Rema, first of all, they gave Rema.
What happened?
So a lot.
Yeah.
So the conversation was about how Rema's EEs essentially was being credited for allowing a
Ima, can you hear
ZayLevelten.
me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you're using, stick to it.
Yeah,
Whatever
stick to
you're using, I
that.
love
Stick
it.
to that.
So they gave Rema the credit. But here's the
Wait, for
thing.
what? He didn't finish. Emmanuel, you didn't finish what you said.
Oh
Okay,
no,
let me
Dante's about to say.
finish.
Dante's about to say the same thing. Dante, go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
they gave his album the credit for training the Nigerian ears to be able to receive this kind of sound.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait for so basically Rema walked so that Tensky could crawl or listen. Is
Not
that what
just
you
10
mean?
speed, not
Oh,
just
I'm
10
so
speed.
excited to have this conversation.
So
That's crazy.
I know people can make I'll take my own position because
Okay.
I do have a position,
Uh-huh.
and my own position is just for there's a word. Okay, let me go back. People, you can actually start this argument from when all the unorthodox guys started blowing up. The
Yeah.
guys artists now make arguments to A&Rs or people call themselves A&Rs that but if this person came to you before, you would think it was whack music, you know.
Yeah.
So it started from those people, and I believe audience can be trained. I believe that when I was younger, I believe in more now. And the reason is because when they've asked people to conform, it is those people who are like outliers that kind of make something happen.
Right.
Alright, so this thing they are doing now, I don't even know who I give credit, but I just feel like it sounds or it rolls off the tongue better to say, and this is what I've been saying. I've been enjoying Nigerian music post EEs. So I call this the post EEs era. And it's not because I 100% think Rema is the reason, but I think after that happened, a lot of people started getting, familiar with this kind of sound because a Shadi Papa might have come, but like people said it's like, oh, it's Benin. Shea Vibes came, but it's like, oh, it's Afro Dura. And Ashake came like, all right, but then when this Marvel thing happened, what people were saying is, what's the portal that just opened? Because people started finding Egerton. They're like, who's this one again? Who's this one again?
Right.
But all of that was post he is, right? And I think even down to Cupid,
Isn't
like
he is post something too?
But that's the
no,
thing. That's the
that's what I'm
part. That's the
saying.
thing. That's the thing. He is
He
post.
Even
is
he is the
post.
post
Is
of
post
something.
another shift.
Yeah, he's post something. That's one like.
Yeah.
If there's any if there's anything, if there's anywhere we want to draw a parallel to everybody like this, right? We're looking at two people, right? And wherever you want to slide, you can slide. Normally or Asake, one of the two, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm
You're
somebody that
forgetting. You're
like
forgetting another
listen to.
name. You're forgetting
I
another name.
oh
Who's that name?
Constantino.
okay,
As
but
in,
see, I was gonna go
Okay,
into
there's
that.
there's
So
something
here's
too.
the thing.
True.
Here's the thing. Let me say
sorry
something.
guys, this is
I was
You're
watching
forgetting a
crazy.
major
First
name
Keys
here.
Santi's
is
interview with
crazy.
But
Elle
I think Zay is like a
on
mixture of like
Taj. Hold
those
on,
two.
Taj. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
On Santi's interview with Elder,
LC.
the shout out this place, by the way. LZ, sorry, not LZ.
Yeah.
He mentioned this because there's another conversation in this underground community that they keep denying that they are not. They say they are not Alte. And when Santi, I think, was asked about it, was like, there's a reason those guys are saying that they are not Alte. And there's already some people, maybe execs, who have issue with the UG guys saying they are not Alte because why would you deny
Yeah.
Alte? So you give Alte credit, you give the like where the thing that came before Rema credit, then you give Rema credit for the ears of the masses.
Right.
That's what I think. I just think post years sounds a lot more better than anything if you are trying to give it that
Right.
way.
Right. I love this
Because these
conversation.
guys
Sorry. Go
say
ahead.
Alte showed us what we could do.
Yeah.
Right? Alte
Yeah.
showed us we don't have to go this route, we can go this way. That's why, bro, Santi stream happened for a reason.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Marvel was on there.
Yeah.
And now Marvel is Nigerian mainstream act.
Marvel Tensky over there. Yeah. No, I
Sorry, can
think.
I ask a question? I heard
Yeah.
someone say post like Ashake. I'm so confused. Like, please can somebody break that down? Because what does Ashake have to do with like he is and then the
Oh,
new
a
wave?
lot. A lot. He does have a lot to
Please
do.
Style
can
wise,
I
so
hear it? Can somebody
yeah.
break
Yes.
it
So
down?
I mean the song rapping style
Song
that
rapping
style
style immediately.
yeah.
You point
Love
to a
drums
song like
like
Yayo. Point to a song like Yayo. Hear the cadence of him. Very, very parallel with his Ashake's flow on
But if you
230.
close your eyes and listen to Yayo, you might think it's Ashake.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
and
was
then
the
and
first
then
time I
and then and then and then one thing I've noticed is that the UG guys now they use log drums in a
A
very
lot of
different
log
way.
drums. They are my piano
Yeah, there's a
direction
lot of log
that
drums
that
scheming
Ashake
that they
and
use.
Magic Sticks.
Like
Even though I call him Ashake a lot, but Magic Sticks production chops. That
Magic Six really owned in on log
that
drums.
Yo X as well. Yo X,
Yo,
Charlie's
Sorry,
producers.
guys, wait. When you listen to Yayo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds not like the songs in EEs. It sounds like a break from the songs in EEs. So I don't know that Yayo can be like a
There's only
catalyst
one
for
break
like
in
Does it
his.
really?
There's only one
yeah,
break in
no,
his.
it does. It sounds like a.
There's only
It
one
sounds
break in
like
his
a.
though. There's only one break in
Sorry,
his.
sorry. It sounds. It's not a break per se.
Yeah, I don't think
But it
Yayo is a
sounds like
break.
a.
I
I think it sounds like an Ashake song on
Yeah.
like his vibe, kind of. So it's not like the song that anybody would like automatically first think of. Anybody, I mean, like the crowd, the masses. I'm not talking about you guys or like people
Yeah.
that like have like interest in music. Like it's not like the song that people more so like pick other songs. You guys, so like
sorry,
that's
pick
an
on that
Yeah,
song
interesting.
no,
for
when I
Wait,
Yeah.
answer your
wait.
question,
Are we talking
how
about
long was that?
Yayu here? Because
Yes.
Yayu was the
but
first one that people hopped on, like the general public. That
so
was the
Yes.
wait,
first.
but
So
hold on,
it's
but wait,
guys.
the conversation here
Guys,
was
hold on, what's that point?
Also, I'm not arguing. I'm like here to be educated. Like I just think it's very interesting parallel to
no,
draw.
but the question you're asking was how does Ashake
How does
affect
Ashake
his
affect
record?
his? Yeah.
And you just said that like Yayo is an Ashake record. That sounds like an Ashake record. Like
And
Yeah.
and
it's the
again,
No.
exact
and
structure.
again,
What I'm
it's
now asking, I think I'm not asking my question well. Maybe I should ask it
okay.
again.
Okay.
So like, you know how everybody is like, oh, Yayo sounds like an Ashake song, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like an Ashake. It's not betting like a new like thing that is now like influencing a what's his name,
Is ZayLevelten.
the new like ZayLevelten. Do you understand? Like, cause I listen to
No,
ZayLevelten, my
Okay.
brain is not thinking
we
like
get
you understand.
that.
So once again,
We get
now
that point, but that was not the angle.
There's too
we're
many of
coming
us trying to
from.
respond to her now.
Sorry, yeah,
Danzy.
okay, you know what? Taj replied to her, but I want to say something because the map brought up Magic Sticks. I want you guys, this is not a shade to this person, to understand the level of like the audience you're listening to. I was having a question with somebody, they don't really know much about like music or whatever, and I had to educate them this is not a young person, by the way. This is somebody doing his NYC. I had to educate them on the job of a producer to the point that I realized that every time they heard an artist, they thought the artist was one that came up with both the production and the sounds and the vocals and the writing. So he said that, oh, I love the violins Ashake puts in his music. I'm like, what do you mean? So he said, yeah, that like, like if a Benson is, making a song, like of course, like it's one that arrangement beats, all those. I'm like, okay, no. So this is what a producer is. This is what like instrumentalist are in a sense. Like he knows what instrumentalist, but you get, so this is the level of, so somebody just personal, somebody reached out to me about a song of mine, Blind, and I broke down like kind of what it was, and they told me, oh, I didn't think so much thought goes into making a song. And I was like, why? Again, no shit to these people, but that is the level of like musical education and people, just people running
Dante, this
like
goes
they want to
beyond
sound
music,
academic.
actually. This goes
I
beyond
was
music.
shocked. So like I was like, but then I wasn't gonna start being like, oh, you don't know. I took the opportunity to be like, okay, this is what this is.
This actually
Yeah.
extends to every professional field that exists, or any field that you have like extensive like knowledge
But
on.
here's the thing,
Always
I think
understand that
those
the
things get
general
moved
public
in.
does not have that level of knowledge. Like they don't even have a quarter. That's why you see people saying shit like, "Oh, you get one guy from my hood, we go dribble Sergio Ramos." Like, shut up, man. Like that nigga, like just shut up. Like, you get what I'm trying to say. Like the
All
people
right.
who always make some crazy equivalences because they can never fathom the process that goes into certain levels of outputs in this world.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but in general, so obviously when we're talking and we just say Ashake, but we're talking about the whole moment, right? Obviously, there's a
Yes.
lot of factors,
It's
there's a lot
too
of
many.
players in it. Like even in his writing style, his writing flow, like it influences the way some of these UG guys spit
Daniel
now.
Olamide is definitely up there.
Yeah, and Bado played a factor in that. Majesty said in production. Guys, like and for like, bro, yeah. So obviously, but we just use the person that was popular.
Yeah.
That's how we just
Yeah.
just make sense of it in general. But yeah, in general, though, I just feel like there's been a lot of factors that have helped. Like obviously, there's the
Yes.
Santi angle too.
There's a
There's
Santiago.
there's like I think Santi offers like that abstract feeling to like that
And
abstract influence,
presentation.
right?
Yeah.
Presentation, visual style,
Visuals. Yeah.
branding style.
Mm-hmm.
He really like he influenced that a lot. Um,
And he
you
he
know,
got it from somewhere else too. So it's just like, and that's the thing about music, bro. Like you can always
yeah,
see that not everything is essentially new or presented new. It's just that, yeah, the presentation is new, and it can trickle
right,
down from multiple layers. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You can also
even
bring up Playboy Cardi in this. You can even cut from Playboy Cardi and go back to Lil Wayne or go back to Young Thug.
bro,
Like, so there's
yeah,
like
Ken Carson,
Also,
all these
also,
niggas.
there's
also
so many other
to
people
defend
you can
myself, please.
throw in
I
here.
understand the evolution of sound and music. I just didn't like in the moment think Yayo was influencing
No, I think,
us. So
yeah,
like, yeah.
fair. But I think even
I
to
don't
he
think
is.
Dante was referring to you, but yeah.
No, definitely not you. But even to he is. I said it, or at least I said it in my first listen reaction to it, and even the conversation that we had here. Like, without the run and wave of Ashake, Shali, Odi, we wouldn't see this shift from a mainstream artist like Rema going from a low like type like phased album to an album that he was able to see, like he was able to see the green lights to align with this side of his artistry. He was able to see the green lights from Ashake Charlie's run, and you can even see it from down to the features he brought into this album. And look at the albums even in that year overall from 2020 2024. Look at Victoni's album. Shali, there were main suspects you were seeing on albums throughout that year. It was either Ashake, Shali, or OD. And Shei Vibes as well. Those four
Even
were
Bright
dictating the whole
was
space. So Rema was another artist in that lineup that was able to take on the spirit of that wave. You know what I mean? So it just made sense. It just made sense that
Rema
that gave him the green light to do it.
Rema is like an A&R that I think if there were Rema that were not musicians,
Yeah.
we would do a lot. Like we need A&Rs
Yeah.
like Rema. You don't have to think just be an A&R like Rema, because Rema does this so well where he he knows he's a mainstream man. He knows he's a superstar.
Yeah.
But obviously, the kind of music he consumes, I know Rema listens to Ken Carson. I know Rema listens to Billboard Cardi. He listens to these them. I'm sure in his playlist right now, he's bumping Zay and stuff like that. But he also knows that, okay, I need to find a way to repackage this, sell this. I know, okay, I'm going to stream this. I'm going to get in the room with this person. Him and Prime were able to go into his, and they did just that. You get, and I don't know that Rema gives anybody publicly any A&R credits. I don't see it. He doesn't. I don't know anybody that really takes credit for A&R for him. If there is, shout to that person, because that person also is cooking. But
he seems like he does. He seems like he does.
To even build on this, right? Like when I heard second chance, is it second hand rather? I just try to imagine what it would sound like to have Rema on Psycho Wipe You on the song. And then immediately I realized this nigga's already recorded. I know it's not out. I know he probably will never see live.
Why we do man-to-man challenge though?
Yeah, I don't know if we ever even talked about man-to-man challenge on here, but that would have
We've not actually properly had that conversation, which is
I think that conversation needs to be had because like people said their minds. But anyways, I thought about it very quickly while I was listening to Secondhand, and I realized Rema is this guy that would dare to do whatever he feels and he believes strongly in that makes sense in his head. Yeah. Like the fact that he has recorded Recycle YP just speaks volumes of where that nigga's head is with like his sound. Like he knows what should be combined when it comes to his sound. I don't know about anybody else I don't know about too many people in the industry that actually built like that. They've actually structured their ears to actually, I don't know, to guide them to the right direction and collaborate correctly. But yeah. I hope we have more of him.
And YP, you know, YP is spoken about enough.
The Prince used to be his A&R. Right.
A&R. But right now, I don't know.
Where used to be his A&R?
The Prince.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, but post. I mean, I don't think.
I don't think he is anymore. Of course,
since like post River Roses, I don't think there's anything much there. But I was gonna say YP is also not spoken about enough in all of this conversation.
Yeah, YP is in this conversation somehow.
I think YP.
He's there,
YP showed them that they
2500.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, YP
Mason too.
You can rap with that foreign nature and still find a lane in Nigeria.
God damn it.
I think Zay takes a bit of that and still says, you know what, I'm going to add some more lamba in there.
YP actually passed the baton to Zay. He was on his project before this blew up.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, there's a bunch of factors.
Yeah, man.
And I think he's also back to that. Just I'm sorry, I'm taking it back to the NR conversation, but it's also sad that most of these people don't come out from any form of mainstream structure, right? And it just shows that how poorly people are invested in A&R currently, and we need to do better.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why the companies with the money. I mean, I understand why, because obviously I have money. I'm not going to take risky bets. I'm going to take safe bets.
Yeah.
Right. But then again, you have money, so you can actually take risky bets.
Yeah.
Like you'll be fine. Do you understand? But I don't know. Do you get so? But we need to do better and just look for these people and cook something new. Because there's no reason why people like the Marvels should be blowing from Afe Babalola with no form of structure behind them, right? Now another one will come this year again. Nobody will be there. Another one will come next year. None of the so-called popular execs or
we need to
any of this conversation.
Bro, we need to bully them into
and
that.
Then come out and you have to start learning on the job. Their him and their team have to be learning on the job. There's no form of senior professional guidance. Everybody's just figuring it out. So for them end up having to take shitty deals because that's the only way they can make some of their ideas come to life. And then when we not get to nitty-gritty, we do not own this shit. It's now white niggas or foreign niggas owning some of these things. Like now, bro, we just got probably a classic album from that space from Zay, and it's not owned by anybody in Nigeria. It's just shameful, right? But it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. But yeah, just to round up the conversation, did Rema play a part in training the ear of the masses for a ZayLevelten? Absolutely, he did. Like, absolutely, he's in part of the story. He's a part of the cultural context to a ZayLevelten picking up a year after. So it's like, you can't just, like, when looking at the broader picture of everything, you cannot, like, take out ease and what it set out to do out of that equation. But the same way you bring out other artists over the line of the evolution and space of Nigerian music and hip-hop in general, because that's Zay's core as well. So
and then, you know, also shout out to the big three for always, I mean, at least mistake on two, because the other one does not really co-sign any of these niggas. But at least Wiz, Davido, giving at least, even if it's just a Davido posted my right for the first time.
He did. Right now he's on.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm about to actually play like devil's advocate right now because not really devil's advocate, but
Well,
like
you want to say Tycoon?
half what?
You want to mention Tycoon, like David
No,
Guetta?
no, no, not even that. Like some weeks ago or a month ago, we were really calling out the big three. Grammys weekend was it? We're calling out the big three for not doing enough. But today we're looking at the glass from it being half empty and actually giving them props for doing some cool signs. Life is so funny, right? The duality of man,
Yeah,
basically.
but they mentioned the cosign that day too as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they mentioned it, but from the half empty perspective, it was in a complaints context. Today it's in a praise context.
Emmanuel, please
Same
bring up
thing.
L. She wanted to say something.
Oh shoot, my bad. We're about to round up today, guys. Oh, even
Oh,
Bellema no day, yeah. Bruh. Sorry, guys. We're about to round up a bit earlier today, man. I had to catch an early flight, so I unfortunately have to cut the space short this week. And I'll be able to just an hour short though. But anyway, we're rounding up in a bit. I think we've had good conversations so far. But any lasting words? I know, God, see Bellema. Oh, Elon, you will crumble. Sorry, I didn't mean that, but sure. Please still crumble. Bellema
I
is
mean,
Bellema here?
for the first time in history, before Bellemare goes, Brent Fires is being vulnerable. If you love him, go listen to what he has to say.
Oh yeah, I've been spinning Brent all weekend, man. That's been my rotation this weekend. Is funny enough.
I thought Elle wanted to say something.
Yeah, El, did you want to say something quickly?
Yeah, I feel like the conversation's kind of passed, but I just wanted to just add that. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for everyone, but like, I just wanted to say that if Ashake didn't have an A&R like Olamide, he would have been like any other artist that came out, like Fido or
Facts.
Respectfully. So just to say, like,
Yeah.
A&Rs, if you're really out there, I better go do the work.
Gotcha.
Do the work. And also that, yeah, like, just double down on the fact that these guys are starting to have no choice but to like look internationally for funding, because that's where they'll be able to get the money to actually, you know, push themselves. The people that we've mentioned, or I don't know how Shadi had his money, but he had money to push himself, and obviously Mavo has money too. So these guys will have money behind them. OG had money behind. I guess he didn't have money before Native, but once he did, you can see. Yeah. So it's money. It's all down to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I say something about A&Rs? Okay, so
yeah,
like
it has to be quick.
I used to wait very, very quick.
Sorry.
I used to be like in a popular record label, very big, like they have a rapper and everything. And they did not used to listen to the A&R there. He got so frustrated that he stopped working. I'm not even joking. The A&R now he produces. He's a producer now, but he used to be an A&R and he used to get very frustrated. So sometimes it's not A&R's fault too. But yeah, let's just say
no,
that.
no. I mean that. I even said that they need to invest. Like they need to invest in E&R. Like you either invest in listening or invest in actually getting people who actually know their shit. One of the two. They need to invest their time listening. It's not just tracking, because yeah, if you don't, if you don't if you don't actually like, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it break out of the norm? Like everybody, it's just going to feel like saturation. Everybody's going to keep doing the same thing, and it's not a matter of pure luck and grace. Okay, all of you have one artist singing, all of you are singing the same thing. Now one artist blows, there's no reason, nobody can explain why. It's just because, okay, this one maybe he did something very funny one day and they were able to capitalize on it.
God bless you.
It's not
this
like
is it.
It becomes a luck game, and there's no science to it, there's no system to anything, because
no strategy. Everybody's
to
rolling
anything.
the dice.
It feels like that's what is happening, and that is why a Maven and a fair record label are producing the same amount of hit records a year, because everybody is just betting on the same thing, and one guy in Africa
Did
just
you
do something
just
that
see
go viral.
record label is
Do you understand? Like it's just what it is, and you'll be wondering why. So why does Maven have two offices, and they can't say they're going to set out to do something, and it happens before random people from Bangkok and Affair just pop on their own, right? You get like, so where's like what is now the whole point? Do you get? And I'm not trying to get to Maven's.
Anyway, we spoke about this already. We spoke about this already for sure. Maven has definitely heard.
Let me just say something. I think one of the wildest but like still honest thing Taj has ever said on this space, he said we need more music people in music. And what he said verbatim after was, that is a crazy thing to say. to say that you need more music people in the music industry. Ask you that who are the people that are there in the first place.
Oh,
So
come on.
yeah.
Question.
All
Question
right.
for
Wanna
the
be
Just I
outside.
just say this, Dante, like every other space in Nigeria, it's just people with the money.
Anyway. All right, I'm trying my best to round up, but I can't get Belema on stage for some goddamn reason, bro. Anyway, this has been fun. This has been great. Great conversations overall. Appreciate everyone who's able to tune in and add to the conversation. Tonight, for anyone...
Moral of the day.
Yes, I know Belema is not here to give it. But Dante, did you have one
Yeah,
in the
so just
meantime?
that's why I asked you for it, but don't worry.
Do you have one?
He asked you for
I'm
it.
asking you for it.
What's the moral of the day? Ish. This is not my forte typically to prophesy to you niggas, man. That's Belema's job. But I think I think today, man, I guess based on the conversations, let me see. We've talked about the Billboard and yeah, I know us owning our own, but at the same time, man, I'll say,
Ima,
I'll say, I'll say,
don't.
I'll say, learn the evolution of things. Nothing is new under the sun, and yeah, that's about it. I know it's not the most fleshed out moral of the day, as Belema would put
Ima,
it.
you could have just left it and loved your neighbor as yourself.
Sure, we can do that. That's as well a standard. But shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate the conversations. Talked about Billboard and Rema and ZayLevelten, new music, and his entire world and how he's fitting in the UK versus Nigerian label scene. And yeah, and overall, great conversations about musical influences and tiebacks, and of course A&R. And so appreciate everyone that was able to add to the conversations. Definitely tap in on Wednesday in case you missed out on the live space tonight. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you guys next week by God's grace. We are out here. Peace.